It's Saturday, baby. All right. Episode 22. Saturday Night Sellswords. This week,
Back again.
we're on a boat.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
We left
Sailing.
the fine
And
ports.
not even a full
60
minute in,
seconds.
and we have...
No.
It's on the boat.
We're on a boat.
Pretty good.
All right. So, to recap a little bit from last week, you guys ended up in which town?
Canton
Light.
Canton Light. And the concept was you were going to book a passage south to Freegate and then go to Bard's Gate from there.
Still should do that.
But ultimately the group decided not to do that. And instead, we are going to be leaving Canton Light, traveling up the coast to this river, taking then on foot the river up to the bridge, and then northeast to Apothalassos.
We're not going to Goo Island?
Well, wait a
Okay.
minute. Before we make that the decision, which way does that river flow? To the ocean or away from the ocean?
Goes to the ocean.
Damn.
Should.
Alright. Because I'm saying, we got lifeboats. We can just take one of those and row up.
You could row against the current.
That would take forever.
Yeah.
Are we able to?
It would also
bring-
involve being in more water, which is a horrible idea.
Only
I
for
can
him.
agree with that.
Are we able to keep the donkeys and the?
Yeah,
carriages?
yeah. You have your beasts of burden and your wagons and everything on the ship.
They're learning how to rig.
It might be a good
So a couple of
Blind
things.
swimming.
As you try to look for passage in Canton Light, nobody is going north. For two main reasons. For two main reasons. There are no ports north of Canton Light, except for here at Caradorn. But you guys are trying to go up more towards Goo Island. There's literally no money to be made up that way. Most people are interested in coin.
So we're chartering a special...
So you're chartering a special voyage.
That
Now the
means-
second thing is there is unseasonably very powerful storms brewing in this bay here, Legion's Bay.
Are we talking about hurricane force winds?
Yes.
Nah, we're talking about those spinny water vortex things. What are they called?
Cyclones,
Cyclones.
typhoons.
Yeah.
Water
Yes.
spouts?
No, none of those.
Now, Dylan,
things.
I do gotta ask the
Water
question.
spouts?
Water
The
spout?
power of
No,
this
the ones
hurricane.
in the water
Is this
that are
like
like
a
made
Florida
of
native
water.
that's a
Yeah,
hurricane,
water
or is this
spouts.
somebody in
Thank
Georgia
you.
hurricane?
No, this is like somebody in Oklahoma.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
hurricane.
So
this
this
is
is- no.
this is a tropical depression.
Ah, okay. So this is grab your board shorts. We're going to the beach.
You're right on the edge of the
Yeah,
edge.
like they're not even
On the edge
canceling
of your
work
camera,
yet.
so when
Okay.
you're doing
Like,
that,
you're still
off.
expected to show up to
Doing
work.
it.
Go.
Maelstrom.
Yes. So
Show me in the first one.
this weather has kind of appeared out of nowhere. It's definitely unseasonable.
Arcana check.
Local superstition has it that it is the year of Mariclaron, which is a sea monster.
25.
Huh?
25 Arcana check. Is it control weather?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Something's casting control weather, and it's large enough to affect hundreds of miles.
Probably no night.
So you're saying they're clear.
So, it is the spawning time of Mariclaron. This happens once every 10 years, and basically up in the Legion's Bay, there are, like, massive thunderstorms, hail, some type of hurricane maelstrom forms, and then most sea creatures are kind of drawn to the area. Not many people know why. The main thing is that most sailors are very superstitious. And so now that the storms have started, most of them don't want to go into the bay. You do pick up some information that there is one captain and his crew who are crazy enough
Oh, of
to
course they're
sail
crazy
into the
enough.
storm. And
They're all cool ones.
the
Yes.
yeah. And as you try to, learn about, who this captain is and where they make port, they tell you that that's a pirate ship that is banned from Canton Light. They do not recognize any plunder or loot that they bring to port, and they're also wanted by Bard's Gate. So the Bard's Gate's navy is actively pursuing them. However, it is Captain Silverfang.
God, that was gonna be my questions.
What?
I was gonna ask Is he one-eyed and his name Pete?
No.
And you've ruined it for me. Thank
No.
you for breaking my immersion.
No, his
Good.
name is Captain Silverfang.
Excellent.
He is a kobold, as
Yes.
long as
Yeah.
his entire crew, and they pilot the Fireball.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's actually really lame.
No,
This
that's
is
actually
awesome.
really based.
This is like my campaign goal.
Yeah. So it's a bunch of kobolds on a really big ship,
What?
and
I'd like to acquire some javelins before embarking.
yeah, you can do so.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Am I rolling a die number?
Hear the roll bar here, right?
All right.
I think we're gonna
There's like
have to
one
worry.
It's
Impossible
very
in this
standard
situation.
weapon
Yeah.
to have, so you can just buy as many as you want.
Oh, as many as I can afford anyway.
Yeah.
What do they want?
Right, 'cause you
Well, let's
can-
see. I have 329 gold. I assume 5
Javelin.
gold per javelin.
Yeah. As soon as they take
Possible
it
to be turned into a kobold.
Okay.
Nope.
Leave your
No,
pencils out.
single crit.
Nope.
Well, no,
Will
technically.
you stop sniffing
There's
me?
one.
So,
You stop smelling like dog.
So the main reason that Captain Silverfang is willing to fly into the Maelstrom, or sail into the Maelstrom, is that Bruce, those are my miniatures, and you're just stepping all over them.
They're my miniatures and my wife now.
Thanks, bud.
Asher is now here.
Yeah. It's like I noticed that there's no Ashen writing down here. We should fix that. Are you
Talk your shit.
He's literally just taking his back
Mr.
feet,
Steal Your
just stomping
Yeah.
on it.
He's treating you like Charlie Murphy.
Yeah. Yes, Bruce, you're very cuddly.
So Captain Silverfang.
So Captain Silverfang and the
lame?
Fireball, they say that they are hunting Mariclaron.
Delicious.
Got better.
He's willing to provide you guys some information, but he basically says that if you're willing to fight in any kind of ship defense, and you're willing to be temporarily wanted by the naval forces of Bard's Gate, you can join his ship for free. You don't have to. You don't have to book passage.
You do realize I have to remind people that, wait, does that mean if I was already wanted, it would go away after a while?
No, he's just saying that like he's not going to add your names to the actual ship logs or anything. So, as far as Bard's Gate is concerned, you're really only going to be wanted if like they find
They
out
actually
you,
catch us.
They actually catch you that you were wanted, and then
Otherwise
you would
it's
be able to
useless.
prove that you didn't actually do any
it's not a
piracy.
ship's
You were
log.
just
No.
signing up with a guy for a trip, which there will be fines and maybe some prison time. But
I
it's
feel
not-
like I should do this, in my own opinion. In Grendir's
Suck it
opinion,
up, Grendir.
being
2,000 gold
wanted
for
by,
risking my life.
a city is kind of
What?
unlawful.
Alright,
2,000 gold
so
for
here's the
risking
plan. You take
he's
the
not going to pay
carts
you.
and your donkeys, and you make the trip
1,000
on land. We'll go by sea.
How about
Grendir, do you
No
have
gold.
a ranged weapon of any kind?
and he doesn't throw you overboard during the maelstrom?
Fix that.
500.
Here's the
How
other
about
sailing on the
no
ship
gold,
isn't illegal. The pirate
and he doesn't
rate
back out of the
is
deal
only
and leave?
Roguish
soundbites.
stabby
Then
man,
help me
do
fill
you
the
have
plan.
any ranged attacks?
No.
Hey, that's the plan, Grendir.
Fix
Oh,
that.
plan.
I
Short
will-
bows can sneak attack.
I would lose a lot of damage.
But
Yeah.
0 damage is still less than the amount of damage you lose.
How much would a light
That's a lot
cost?
of damage.
There is a device literally in front of you that can answer that question. I think a light crossbow is something like either
They're
15 or
technically
50
two
gold.
devices.
I would actually ask
Oh, it's
Gallus
not
if he's
crossbows,
okay
like,
with
okay,
this. Because Gallus
What's the best I
is
can
the
do?
hater of
Something I
kobolds.
can actually do.
He's the
Oh, I
leader
know.
of kobolds.
So I know Lou's excited, but Gallus is probably
Oh,
like,
no, yes. I'm excited.
It's a lot.
But Gauss is gonna kill them all.
are you about to take a level barbarian at this much?
I feel like the reason he's in that crow's nest is he's tied to the main post. Just
Yeah, they tied,
kill him all!
King of the world!
they tied him up there so that he wouldn't fireball the ship.
Very, very high.
Meanwhile, they realize he doesn't have a wand. He uses his tail to cast. Oh no!
Yeah.
Somatic components.
Do you guys have any questions for Captain Silverfang?
what do you know about this creature?
Yes, Mariclaron is a ancient beast native to the depths. It is said she watches over an ancient treasure, one whose hoards of gold rival that of the most ancient dwarven kingdom.
I dismiss
What
it.
is the size of one of these creatures?
Nobody has met Mariclaron and lived.
That is
So-
not an answer. That
We
is
don't
an
know.
anecdote.
Are you trying to
So you get a
hunt
D10.
her for just the thrill of the hunt, or?
Nay. She took my wife. She must die.
Oh.
Yeah, that happened to me with a sword I had once. I feel you, buddy. What defenses do you have on the ship for hunting this creature? Do you have siege weapons? Anything big, just in case?
Nay.
Kobolds.
All of the kobolds, they know basic magic.
1 GP.
Oh.
What do you mean by basic magic? Highest
Uh,
level spells? I mean, what spells do they know?
Cantrips.
That sounds powerful.
Well,
Once again, I'm a barbarian, dude.
50 magic missiles will still put you on the ground.
10 per gold.
You know what? Reminds me of a guy named Uru Glow. I heard a story about once.
So
Okay.
Can I just say I bought a light crossbow and 100 bolts.
Do you have the money for it?
I have more than enough money for
There,
that.
yes, you
What
can.
am I attacking?
I trust you guys to do your own bookkeeping unless it's anything north of 1,000 gold.
Yep, I'm doing mine. I already did mine.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that I know what's going to happen, and we should all have some type of ranged attack.
Oh, yes. The beasts don't come on the ship.
Dex
Okay, what is the speed of your ship, and what is the overall estimation of travel from where we're leaving to where we're arriving to?
The fireball goes about 32 knots at top speed.
32 knots at top speed?
Yeah.
Magic's a wonderful thing.
also a crew of kobolds. They may not be aware of proper speeds.
Yeah, math is
Now,
hard.
is your
But
ship...
do you want to rethink that for a ship this large?
No.
No.
It's magic.
Anyway, as I was asking,
Is that
in character, do you have a second mode of the ship's mobility beyond just the sails?
No.
As in, so you don't have
That's like
ore-based
25 miles an hour.
ability of movement.
No.
Underwater.
So if those sails get ripped, do you have extra sails?
Yes.
Are the kobolds trained in mending, and or do we have the ability to...
All the kobolds know how to
Repair.
work the ship.
Okay.
My men are eager for a fight, but they know the repercussions of failing.
Now, the
I'll
next...
kill them all.
Tie that
On
one to the
that,
mast.
exactly how expendable are your crew members?
Very.
Not at all.
I'm sure Gal's like, very.
And, yeah, okay. That's all the information I needed, is to have an ETA on the amount of time and what actually the side missions you're planning on. Now, do we get a cut of the booty if we help you take down the large creature?
What
percentage?
7.
You'll have a cruise percentage, so I'll take half. Everything else is divided evenly.
Now, back to that expendability of crew members we were talking about earlier.
Take half?
Alright, now...
45.
I'm not negotiating.
He's-
If you don't make it, does the crew get 100% split amongst them equally?
Aye.
I like those numbers.
Excuse me.
None of them will make it.
How soon
Wait,
do you
but what
think?
if they agree to make you the captain?
Actually, Captain,
I'll kill them
do you have a way to
all.
track the beast?
No.
So it's more
No,
if
we have a way to
come
lure
across
the
it.
beast.
Not until
Oh.
we have the loot.
Oh.
Loot.
But Mariclaron has never answered my calls.
Oh.
Look,
So-
I just want her back, man.
It's okay, man. We just gotta move on.
So there's a chance that
Just listen
We're gonna
to
see now.
CeeLo Green all day.
Yeah?
May I make a history check to see what I know about this McLaren chick?
Not a chick, it's a creature.
No, it's a car, I thought.
It's a creature.
Wait,
dude.
are you saying that this guy's wife left him for another woman?
Maybe.
I'm okay with it. I'm just
Yeah.
asking.
18 plus. That's going to be a 40. No, wait,
History?
18 plus 18.
18 and
plus
18 is 36.
36,
Last
yeah.
time I
can't do
checked.
math. 36.
On history?
Yes.
Okay, so the legend of Mariclaron is
Here's your doctorate.
a sad tale. She was once an elven maiden who stood on the shores of the sea waiting for her husband to return from war. When her husband returned, on his arm were other women from his voyages that he had laid with. And she grew to hate and resent him for that and ended up killing them. But the more protective gods of the sea punished her with a cursed form as a reflection of the hatred that kind of started to grow inside of her.
Okay.
She took to the ocean, and basically her cursed form forces her to attack ships, sailors, coastal merchants, coastal towns, but no one's ever actually seen her. Like, she's just a legend.
So there's no way of like knowing if we can remove the curse or anything like that.
Yeah, you have no idea. But some legends say that she's a great leviathan, like a serpent creature, several 100 meters long, that commands the tides. Others say that she takes the form of a giant, like, squid or octopus, and will attack vessels by destroying the hull and then pulling the whole ship down.
And then do we have to serve on our crew for 100 years until we win the dice game?
No. But you do know that, unlike other tales where her cursed form basically forced her into isolation, in the legends, she was basically adopted by the gods of the depths and became almost like their harbinger. And so,
Would one of those gods be
Yeah.
Ovo Novo?
yes.
It makes more sense.
Something you would know is that if she is a kraken, or takes that form, she would only spawn once every 10 years, which would align with the weather cycle. That's where a lot of the superstition comes from. You would also know, with a history check, that if the weather is being controlled by a kraken, which Gauss has pointed out, like something is casting control weather, then that is something kind of like within their power to do, but they can only affect about 1 mile per like age category. So something that can fill the entire Legion's Bay is not. That's like the next tier, bordering on like demigod status.
Well, I mean, she was an elf per legend originally, so
Yeah.
her lifespan already might have been longer than this.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you guys want to do some research while you're in town, looking up like sea monsters or anything like that, I'll allow you to roll. Canton Light does have a pretty nice library.
I would actually like to send a letter.
Okay.
Are there any courier service here that I can
Yeah.
use? Yeah. I'd like to send a message to Sword.
Fuck you, douche. We got a fucking boat.
You know about just explaining exactly like who I am, not mentioning my comrades because I don't really trust the wizard because we found out the first one was kind of iffy.
Yeah.
So I just mention only myself.
Oh, maybe the other one.
With compatriots searching for a certain item for a certain wizard that he may or may not know, or he may very well know. Trying to keep it as, or no, I can say it's Caden, right? Because of the
Searching.
Yeah, just gonna put. We're looking for an item for Caden, and we would request your aid. And we are heading toward the Howling Fortress at the moment because we believe there may be information that would be helpful towards us.
Okay, so you're just basically giving him like your travel itinerary, but not super detailed, and then also some information
You're
about you
sending
and
him a
what you're
letter,
doing.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That way it'll take like 8 months to get there, and they might get lost in the mail before you tell him, hey, we're working for the enemy to find this cool thing.
Yeah, is there like a UPS expedite or FedEx expedite?
You could next day air this with a sending spell.
I would also, yeah, okay. And I would also like to add,
Or you could
we have
fox.
suspicions that Caden may not be as good as he said he was.
Yeah, are you trying to set up a meeting?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, so yeah, you can set up a meeting with Caden. you
Isn't
can
his
break down
tower
some
like
information.
maybe?
Meet us
No,
at
sending
Howling
it to
Fortress.
Sworton.
Yeah, to sort.
Yeah, isn't his tower like
Oh,
a
I'm
few
sorry,
days
yes.
away?
Sworton.
Yes. You guys are here. Sorton's tower is rumored to be somewhere here along the coast of the Dragon Hills.
Do we know? Is there
So
anyone
south
in
of
this
where we're
town
going.
that we know of that's familiar enough to make a sending spell to a swordman to begin with?
We don't know Sorton, and they have to
Yeah,
meet him.
they would have to know Sorton,
Yeah,
which I think that's what
again.
he's getting at.
Yeah.
Roll luck.
Oh,
3d6.
yes, the tower's right
so
there. The back.
I rolled for knowledge local for Clarin
Wouldn't it be like a gather
For what?
information?
for more information
On.
the rural
Also,
prior. You
25
said we could roll knowledge whatever for
Sea monsters.
sea monsters. Yeah, I rolled a natural 20.
but you didn't know. But you did knowledge local.
I did knowledge local. I also have knowledge engineering.
Okay. Well, with the knowledge local, what I'll give you is
It was a
a lo-
27.
yeah. A lot of people are very superstitious about the weather. Most people, as you go around and start talking to them, they will tell you that they have either directly encountered or heard about somebody who's encountered sea monsters whenever the storms are raging. They don't know what brings them. They don't know what kind of calls them. But they assume that it's somehow related to the story of Mariclaron.
Fair enough.
And there are a couple of superstitions that the sailors strictly adhere to, which is basically whenever the storms rage in the Legion's Bay once every 10 years, there's basically kind of like a 6-month hiatus on shipping because they don't want to risk the ship being attacked. You also know that there are some superstitions where, like, if you take a bottle of champagne and smash it over the over the bow of the ship just before you set sail during that time frame, yeah, it will ward off any type of attack.
Bad
Unless it doesn't break.
You don't bring over
Yeah.
the ship either.
They also tell you that, like, if you were to take, I'm not going to say, like, a fresh fish, but, like, something that you were to catch at sea, and then rather than killing and eating it, but, like, decorate or, like, sacrifice it to the ship itself.
Sea gods, yeah.
Yeah, it would grant safe passage.
I have a naval family, so I know.
Yeah.
And you said knowledge or a luck roll for.
Yeah, roll 3d6. Ones are good, 6s are bad.
Oh.
Sixes are good, ones are bad.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, it's back to normal. I said it backwards.
Wait, one.
Just roll 3d6 and tell me what you get.
111.
135. Okay, yeah. There's nobody in Canton Light who directly knows Sorton. They have heard of him, and they know he lives somewhere along the coast, but they don't know exactly where.
There's no one familiar enough with the individual to send an accurate sending spell.
That is correct.
Is there
But
anyone-
you do know that if you were to enlist the aid of an actual foot courier, his guild would probably have someone up in the echelons who'd be able to get him stuff.
I would do that, and I'd pay for it.
He'll run it there tomorrow.
Okay. So you're going to use his message, but you're going to pay for it?
I will pay for it.
Alright, strike 20 gold. Because it's going to take some
Easy-
searching.
Easy peasy lemon
I'm
squeeze.
changing out.
Send him a
my-
big
Buddy!
I would.
Can I help you?
I would like to put.
Once
No,
again,
but I
I'm
don't
changing
know.
out from a javelin to a long spear because it has more usability.
Okay.
No big difference on anything else other than price.
Okay. Anything else?
Um,
Did anybody want to roll Arcana for local sea monsters?
I'll do it.
Uh,
I'd absolutely love to.
Sure.
Can I roll a knowledge nature
Oh,
instead?
did you
Yeah.
take my d20?
Which one?
Arcana would be a total of 25.
No, I gave you
25, 29.
We had a round. But I don't know.
20.
20 on nature.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll start with you. You know that this particular ocean here in the center is definitely like deep enough, dark enough, cold enough to harbor all types of crazy deep sea monsters, including serpents, kraken, were sharks, anything that would kind of fall into that category of really weird stuff. You would know that like they are real.
Yeah.
They do actually exist. They're not just superstition. It's just their sightings are very, very rare because they live down in like the benthic zone of the ocean. You guys would know. You guys would know that again, Kraken are real. They do have the ability to control weather. They do have some other spells that they can cast inherently. They're charisma-based casters, which is weird. So they have like a sorceric bloodline.
It's usually most creatures then when it casts.
Yeah. You would know that if it is a Kraken, they're immune to cold, they're immune to mind-affecting effects, and they have certain, like, since they're swimming, they're immune to certain, like, positional status effects. Like, they can't be flanked, they can't be flat-footed, they can't be, you can blind them, but, like, you can't knock them prone. Like, a lot of those status conditions don't affect
You
Kraken.
put 'em on
mean to tell
fire.
me I can't knock a kraken prone in the water?
Yeah.
I think he's more upset he can't backstab a crack. Because he can't be flat-footed.
Yeah, you can't be flat-footed.
But you can still be hidden before you.
Okay.
Um...
So I embark the ship with that information.
Okay. The ship, you would notice, is imbued with several lead rods that kind of granted a resistance to lightning and lightning-based spells. They kind of redirect the energy down straight to the water rather than allowing it to travel through the wood.
That's pretty cool.
You also notice that the wood is got some kind of oil has been basically polished onto it to give it a resistance to cold, so that sleet and hail
Well,
damage. Huh?
Well, fine.
Yeah, stuff like that would be basically the wood isn't going to freeze and start cracking open. It's not vulnerable to fire, but it is subject to fire damage. However, with the storm going on, most fires will be put out relatively quick.
Yeah.
They're not going to linger.
Good.
The ship itself is an inanimate object, so it's immune to poison, ability damage, all that kind of stuff. What else?
Does it have an increase to hardness?
No, they haven't increased the hardness or reinforced the hull in any way.
Okay.
You can tell by their by their combat style, they don't really have siege equipment, but they do have large fishing gear. If you were to go shark fishing or deep sea fishing,
Some spears with
Yeah.
ropes attached.
Maybe some ballista, that might be it.
no full ballista because they're all kobolds. They're small.
This is true.
I'm not gonna lie,
Harpoons with
Dylan.
rope
I feel
on.
like I'm getting
Yeah.
a ton of information for a simple knowledge nature.
What's all three of you?
Oh, okay. But you keep staring at me like you're giving me the information. I'm
Who's
like,
also
holy shit,
looking-
this is a lot of info for one
Looking
knowledge
towards the
nature.
camera, too.
Yeah.
Not complaining.
Not complaining,
But I
just
learned
noticing.
that if they're resistant to electric damage, less resistant to cold damage.
So they're immune to cold,
Okay.
and one of their SLAs, spell-like abilities that they can cast, is the resistance spell, which will give them either 10, 20, or 30 resistance to any elemental type.
Okay.
Most of the time, they favor lightning and fire.
Okay.
They can't have more than one up at a time.
So it's their weaknesses.
Yeah. They have no known weaknesses.
Okay.
They also don't have any special kind of DR. They don't have DR silver or DR cold iron or anything like that.
So, no damage reduction. They're just hardy as hell.
No stories
Yeah.
about them being blinded because they have big doll eyes.
No. You do have stories of them being able to fight with their tentacles even though their thorax and main body is in the water. They have a way to sense things around them, with their tentacles.
And just in case I missed it, the research would have shown that there is or is not any DR of just non-magical.
There is none.
Okay.
They don't have.
So if the kobolds throw a harpoon, it will do damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it pierces the
Yeah.
natural armor
Yeah.
of the creature, it'll do damage.
Okay, making sure. No one feel bad for the guys.
Yeah. That's actual Kraken that exists.
Yeah. Now this could be special because
Right.
it's a named creature.
Something of a mythic variety.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the general template.
Yeah.
There are some that are more there are legends of ones that are smaller but rely more on spell casting. There are ones that are they're much larger but have no spell casting ability
And they're just
whatsoever.
strictly able to crush a ship by
Charisma.
closing tentacles and shit like
They do have abilities that allow them to attack vessels more,
Summon a shark.
better.
Summon a shark.
On the
Should
Mariclaron
someone
side, you guys learn, some rumors that when Kraken go to reproduce,
Neither can we.
they send out massive, psychic
Same.
waves through the deep benthic areas of the ocean to attract mates. And then once every 10 years when they go into a spawning season, the mates will come and fight for
So
the
they
ability to reproduce. However, the legends of Mariclaron are that she doesn't accept any mate that comes and fights, but rather she responds to gifts. So ships will go full missing, and it's rumored that rather than fight another Kraken in the ocean, they'll take over ships, or they'll attack coastal cities and bring buildings and bring them to her as an offering.
Gals, get
Coastal
your flute
cities?
ready.
Yeah.
Performance check is going to win this.
Yeah, so
No,
they'll take
Jesus.
any building that's
He's
built near the
right.
water and just rip it out. Yeah.
Okay.
No, she accepts gifts. cobalt sea shanty. Incoming.
I've brought you 30 cobalts.
Yeah, you got a whole choir.
Yup.
As much as you hate them.
Anyway, and while on the ship, I'd like to learn how to use the fishing projectile spears and how to pilot the ship if we have the time before combat starts. I mean, I'm not expecting to be an expert, but, you know,
Yeah.
have my learner's perk.
Yeah, I'll open up profession sailing to you next level.
Okay.
If you want to actually put some skill points in it.
Yeah, 100%.
All right.
I'm telling you.
Any other questions, comments, complaints, concerns, quibbles?
I have a question.
Yeah.
How familiar with my... I feel like it's a little naive, but I'm gonna ask. How familiar would my character be with people of the Razor Coast or anything of the like? From what
Not
I
very.
Stop trying to learn gunpowder.
No, it's not. It's not.
Now is not the time to learn gunpowder.
It wasn't the concern.
Okay, so
My concern.
So Captain Silverfang welcomes you all on board. He basically gives you run of the ship except for the captain's quarters, which are his.
Asher.
You bring all your carts, your beasts of burden, all that stuff onto the ship. So tic tac, click
Oh,
clack.
we have bait.
Yeah.
We do.
Wow. The look Grindir just gave you was, I'm gonna kill him.
I will smite you, wizard.
I can get you new horses.
You will not
it's
touch
fine.
that
They're
boy, cleric.
mules, for one.
I can get you new
They're
horses.
hardy, amazing mules that have
They've
stuck
also
by
loved
and done more work
Look,
than
when
some of
saying
you.
your creatures shouldn't be eaten, don't call them hardy.
I can get you war horses at a discount.
Thank you for not screwing that statement up. That could have been
We
bad.
tie down the carts in the cargo hold then, and
Okay.
put the beast in their own, I guess, little pens or something.
Yeah, they're down. They have like a beast area, for stuff like that down in the cargo
Ooh,
area.
what else is down here?
Well, they've got, their supplies, food, ale, rations, sleeping equipment. The bulk of it is actually like thatching, tar, wooden planks, seasoning for wood, all that kind of stuff, so they can repair the ship after a fight.
For a second, I took the season for wood, like with the wood.
No, like oils, fats, all that kind of stuff to treat the wood before they
They're
install
just
it
a
onto the
little
ship.
sprinkler of
Yeah, a little,
Is there any hidden treasure?
No.
Are you sure?
They're packs.
Positive.
Can I look for hidden treasure on the pirate ship?
Sure, roll perception.
Can I?
Sure, roll
Fail.
perception.
I don't want to. I'd like to start learning how to pilot the ship.
That's fine, yeah. You're
22.
Neither of you find any treasure, per se. But
Also, remember the kobolds. What they treasure can be very different than what you treasure.
Shiny things?
They're dung.
Why aren't you on the top?
They're done. They're done.
Dung.
So Asher and I are gonna be king of the world like up here.
Funny, I always thought kobolds were more interested in their clutches.
I'll be in the crow's nest.
Which one?
Honest one.
You're so punished.
Yeah.
Look at me like that. That's a valid question.
Yeah.
You're looking for his character?
Yes.
I don't think you put it on.
Did I not?
Did you know? Do you know which one my character is?
No.
Did you want
Was it the drow with the rapier?
No.
No,
Two
that's
daggers?
Yeah, but what mini were you using?
It's
Green one.
The green one.
There's a should be. Did you put it
The
out?
green one. Oh yeah, there he is. Alright, close this.
Alright, now that he's close enough, I send a message.
Fireball.
Rael! Treasure you seek. Free the kobold beneath you and you will find great treasure.
I want to visit our Thai friend on the mast.
No.
You what?
I go hang out with.
Wait, do you
Yes.
speak Draconic?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Then
We
you're
found that out last time.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember.
Van, do you mind if I borrow your spyglass to keep a lookout?
I think we have a spare actually, but yes, sure.
Take the spyglass. I'm going to be constant as watching the waters.
Okay.
I don't think you have the credentials.
But I mean, we
Alright,
just
so you
left, we should be
guys
fine.
sail for about 14 days.
Well,
First
You
couple
sail
of
for
days,
3 months and you're in
Huh?
Lindums.
First couple of days writing that cipher and learning the ancient sun god worshipping people's language, the
Phoenician?
hieroglyphs. Yes.
Bits of it.
Well, I have 7 ancient scrolls of it,
Yeah.
so I can use.
So you're just copying it, working on like getting it with the symbols all
So that way, if we ever go wherever we have to go, or if we come across shit like that again, oh hey, I could read this and not have to expend like cob languages and shit like that.
Okay.
Do my hands hurt when we're in the sea?
Yes. We'll get to that.
Yeah. Who could have guessed it?
So the next time you level up, you cannot take Sen as a language, but I'll give you bonuses on your linguistics check to try to
Okay.
translate it.
Okay.
Okay.
Bet.
I think that's super
Okay. And the main reason is you don't have anybody actually teaching you. You're trying to teach yourself a dead language, and you don't have any. You don't have a Rosetta Stone to like translate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
So
but he
you're
does have
more or
Duolingo.
less trying to look for a pattern in the individual glyphs
Mm-hmm.
and see if you can work your penmanship on recreating
But
them.
you do know the word for kitchen
I do.
because we learned that in the temple.
Yeah.
You learn the
Only
word for
think it's
kitchen.
kitchen.
Yeah.
Hope it's kitchen.
So,
So
hands. Yes. Your
Kitchen.
hands do start to openly bleed a little bit.
Is there Christmas?
Like a really bad paper cut.
Do you make that known?
Is it your business?
you probably well, if you're doing this, I'd be like, ow,
Yeah.
Just like put glass on you.
ow.
Ow. Yeah, I hear ow and I just go up
I'd probably
there.
take off my gloves,
That's such an invasion. of privacy.
probably wrap it a bit, and then put the gloves back on.
Do I
Okay.
see what happened to him before he put the wrap on?
No, he got splinters.
You stated that
Yeah.
you are.
Stay at the helm.
And not to mention, like, he's all the way down there. Would we have even heard the word owl?
Probably not. Too much wind.
The minis are just kind of spread out.
But it's just like more of a newer dull ache, not a
Yeah, they're actively painful
yeah.
as opposed to just kind of there.
If it gets worse, I might say something. Yeah, could do that too.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I assume we don't get to the bay within a day, right?
no.
How far have we traveled so far?
7.
Well,
Day.
You're going to be traveling for 7 days.
Some days.
Good.
Right.
Over the course of those 7 days, are you guys doing anything specific?
Yes, I'm pulling Rendir down to say, hey, before things get any more serious, did you want to try and see if your magics can show a bit of, like, an arm that's partially just see-through at this point?
See, I'm looking at it. What I know with Arcana, like the last time I cast a spell on him, it was a divine spell, correct? That lashed back at me.
You did break enchantment, and it took it as a attack on the whole thing.
Could I roll an Arcana to see if I would know if maybe I would know if it happened by using the spell I'm about to use on him? Remove curse?
You mean
Remove
disease?
Curse?
Well,
Disease.
Move disease, yeah, same
Okay.
thing. Same
Yeah,
thing.
you
Looking
can,
it up, looking it up.
you can roll Arcana.
Nat 20. I know you need the actual thing.
But I rolled a 20.
25.
Okay, so based off of the research that you guys all did together that one time, forever and a half ago, I'll reiterate the rules. If you cast something as a first level, a second level, or a third level spell, it will probably trigger the something's attacking me response. If you cast a 4th, 5th, or 6th level spell, it may have a chance of affecting him adversely, it may have a chance of benefiting him. If you cast something higher than 7th level or higher, it will almost always be a benefit to him. And very rarely would it be an adverse effect. So
right now, it would
look
just-
at what level spell is remove disease.
3.
So unless you heighten it to 4,
Which I can't.
which you can without a feat, You also don't have a 4th level spell slot yet because you're only level 5, and you don't get those until 7. So, if you're fairly positive that if you cast Remove Disease on him right now, it will more than likely take the something's attacking me response. And the last time that happened, it latched onto you. Like a living organism's response to an attacker. It tried to attack
But
it and defend
if you
itself.
focus on as if we're simply trying to revert it back to a more balanced state, not remove it.
Maybe.
At the moment, we're on a ship, and I do not like the ocean to begin with, but rather I remember a time where we were being chased by blood in the tide, and now that we're back on the ocean, I would like to deal with something happening to me and you at the same time. What
Once
we can
again, I was
do-
hired to help with this exact problem.
Because of my research, what we'll do is when I get a 4th level spell, we will try.
You could also buy a scroll.
We will also can buy a scroll.
Yeah. You can't buy potions because potions cap at 3rd level.
Yeah.
But if he was to get a scroll of like heightened remove disease, you think that would work like instantly?
Yeah.
You also think that if he was to cast something like heal, which is a lot higher level, but it has the benefits of doing a whole bunch of stuff in one,
Yeah.
it would positively affect you.
Next time we go to a
now-
Temple of Tyr.
Yeah.
I will say this.
We'll say this.
As a cleric, you know that certain spells could protect you. Like for example, you don't know the alignment of the disease per se, but if you did like a ring of protection from evil and a ring of protection from chaos focused inward with Van inside the rings, your spell, the odds of it rebounding off and like trying to attack you would be very minimal because you have wards in place that will protect you from the magic of the disease.
Do we have time today to do it?
Yes, you could do those in a day.
We're on a boat, though.
Yeah, those are 3rd level spells.
Yeah, so I guess I'll take the time.
You can also get help from others who may have access to warding spells that may be able to help you.
Anyone else have
What?
warding spells?
I don't have any warning spells. I don't think.
We know.
Like,
And the sorcerer's
Well,
too
you would
busy trying to
need-
cast fireball.
Magic
I'll
circle,
get my hands free.
Don't have that.
dispel magic.
I have
I
that.
have that.
You could do a dispel. You could have a ready to dispel magic in case your circles of protection fail to dispel the magic of the disease as it tries to attack you. I'm trying to think of what you guys would have access to right now.
You got jump.
Fox's cunning to make somebody smarter.
Yeah.
Invisibility.
Well, yeah, you could do Owl's Wisdom or Fox's Cunning, which would up the. It would up. If you did Owl's Wisdom, it would up the spell save DC, and that could like help influence whether or not the disease breaks through the circles. Fox's Cunning would work in case you had to do a heal check because it would give you a bonus to your temporary bonus to your skill points that would allow you to allocate into the skills. Owl's Wisdom would also help with a heal check because I believe heal is wisdom based.
Yeah, I don't
But-
have that one. I have the Fox's cunning.
Right, but Fox's Cunning would also help with your knowledge-based skills like Knowledge Arcana, Knowledge Religion,
I'm not
Knowledge
a medical
Nature.
doctor, but dead people don't suffer ongoing conditions.
You know, he's
That's
not
fair.
dead.
Yeah, that's a fair
Yeah.
statement.
I have
And you
magic
see,
circle.
so we
I do
have
magic
the
circle
cure.
against chaos, evil, good law.
Yeah.
So I do is do a
Van,
magic circle of that.
Have you
and then also
considered
protect-
dying so that way you don't have the
Yes.
condition ongoing?
I have considered dying.
And
I'm
I'm not hearing a no.
It's a
I
plan
also
C.
protection from evil.
All
Well,
right.
Magic Circle is the same thing as Protection from Evil.
So
But,
just magic circle it, and that would be good enough.
well, you would need help because Magic Circle against Evil is 3rd level, Magic Circle against Chaos is 3rd level, Remove Disease is 3rd level. How many 3rd level spell slots do you have?
2.
2. So currently you're at a -1 on spells available in order to have this happen. So you
Why?
either risk it and not prep one of the circle spells, or you find somebody who could assist you in trying to get the second spell.
Or you spend 2,275 gold to get a scroll of regeneration cast, which is a 7th level spell, and then just like cast that.
The way it's looking at this exact moment, we don't have the exact materials to do what we need to do. I say we wait till we get to
Lot the lassos.
Papalath.
Apotheosis.
What he said.
What he
Apothecary.
said, to actually get this sorted out. Because at the moment, if we do something and it rebounds, it could be worse than before, and then I'm done.
I think his worry is that he may not make it to Apotheosis.
Oh, is it that
It's getting worse.
Remember what I said, Blake?
I
It's
know.
going to get worse.
I
before it
know,
gets
I
better.
know. He, it's like, Van's like, well, I mean, it's not getting better.
How much gold do you
But
have?
it's your what?
How much gold do you have? How much
Why,
gold do you have?
gals? Why do you ask how much gold I have? I don't
Yeah.
have a lot
He
left.
wants to know how much he's supposed to look for after you die from this.
Ah,
You
you'll
did
find
just-
it in my pouch.
Yeah, you just let me know.
Okay.
For reasons.
I feel I might be able to make the journey, but I don't know if it could take a turn for the worse. However, I have been working on something that might at least allow me to ignore the condition for a day. It has yet to be successful. Still working on that one, but it doesn't make the condition go away. It's just simply delays it.
If we do it now, I'm going to need Alex help.
How much gold do you
Alright,
have?
I'm going to use this time to learn how to use the
900 and...
the
I just simply
Spear
proposed
gun?
it because we're not in the bay yet.
Uh,
This would be the safest.
because
way
something
to do it.
tells me that sounds a bit exotic.
Yeah. I thought you said you bought a long spear.
I did buy a long spear, but doesn't mean I don't want to know how to use the equipment on the ship just in case.
Oh, they don't have spear guns.
No.
I thought you said they had like spear guns for hunting shark and
They have
fishing
large spears, like harpoons and stuff.
Oh, okay. I'm not the only one who
It's normal
misheard that,
size for
right?
you because they're kobolds. To them, they're huge.
Yeah, for me it's a derringer. Got it.
But it's your resources. If you wish to try, this should be the day to do it because we're not in the bay yet, but when we get in there, who knows what's going to happen.
What's that belt called? I mean, gives you like plus four to everything.
Belt of magnificence.
Thank
Well, we can try.
If you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine.
That's the name he was looking for.
If it's come to that point, we can try. At the very
The
least.
physical.
But again, I'm going to need Conscript Alec to actually help with the dispel.
I don't mind them.
Alright.
Right. So I'm going to cast.
So wait. Just to clarify,
Yes.
you are going to put your life on the line
I'm not
to
putting my life on the
potentially
line.
to potentially catch.
No, I'm helping
what he
him.
has.
No. That's what the dispel magic's there for.
Okay.
I'm only doing dispel magic. There's no way I can.
Behind like five crates.
Hold on, you just changed everything. There's a way that I could get this? I thought it was only for him.
You know, we were talking about atonement.
We weren't talking about anything earlier.
This might be a very
We weren't
good
talking about
step
anything
for-
earlier. Hold on.
towards
So there's a
such an
chance I can
idea.
get it. Even if I'm far away.
You don't know the exact rules of it, but
I don't know the exact
you
rules
have
of it.
seen it attempt to latch on to
When he was close, right?
when he was close.
Okay.
Alec.
I will stand 25 feet away and get ready to cast Dispel Magic if he needs me to cast Dispel Magic.
Okay.
But I will not be anywhere near this.
Okay.
Hey Dylan, what's the aquatic
So-
version if I just start walking?
Full sail?
Yeah,
All
full
anchor.
sail.
Alright, so I cast both magic circles. You said inward.
Yeah.
Him.
I take off my cloak, my upper gear, and take off my shirt, and prepare to see. the
Oh
change.
God!
At that point, you would probably see
How fucked up is
parts of the body actually are crystal. You can see like organs and shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's disgusting.
And the other parts that aren't, you see a whole bunch of scarring,
He only got one
burn
nipple,
marks,
man.
Yeah. He looks
think
like a
that's his
half-painted
kidney?
resin.
a lot of like old sutures.
I hope that's
Your
his
liver's
kidney.
not looking too good either.
Hmm?
Dude, that's
Your
disgusting.
liver's
I
not
don't
looking
think that's
good
where
too.
kidneys are supposed to be.
No, that's not.
Is that his lung?
This? No.
There's only
I think
one.
that's his lung.
Oh.
Yeah. You guys are looking at him at his stomach and like, the
Didn't we just
Rael's
eat those
like-
this morning?
Yeah.
his kidneys don't look that good, and then the healer comes over and like those are his kidneys.
They
Oh,
still
God!
look good.
That's
So-
even worse.
I
We
expect
will-
nothing less of it.
Now that I'm seeing such.
I feel like it would be
horrendous,
more of a, well, that's not his kidney, but yes, that also does not look good.
Let's see what happens.
Alright,
Alright.
so magic circles and then.
So you
what-
cast Magic Circle against Chaos or Magic Circle against Evil?
Ooh.
Yes.
I have both.
Yeah.
Which one are you
No,
You
casting?
have
though?
2 third-level spells. One of
Right.
them's going to be Remove Disease. One of them needs to be a Magic Circle of Protection. Either Evil or
I will
Chaos.
ask him, the power here of the disease, what would be better.
Well, if the disease is not typically not good or evil, it's more or less just
Oh.
doing its own thing.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I'd
it
say
sounds like-
chaos,
sounds
if
like
anything.
chaos to me, but isn't there the first level protection from evil that's not a circle that you can just cast on yourself anyway?
Yeah.
I got a potion of
Yeah, you can do that. You can protection from evil on yourself, the level 1 spell, and then the
That's
other
not
one.
me.
I feel like
too,
that
please.
scene from Endgame where they're about to do the snap with the Hulk, and I'm like, guys, don't worry, it's
No,
okay.
don't
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, so I have a couple of first level, so I'll cast protection for evil on him and me.
Okay.
I'll just, here, let me just read.
Hey guys, there's a big fight coming up. What do? Let's burn clerical resources. Let's burn clerical resources.
We're still in the open waters, not in the day. We're good.
Oh yeah, because
That's why I suggested this on the first
nothing's
night,
ever been attacked in open
not
water.
on the
So,
middle of
first level
the.
spells I've cast
turbulent
so
weather.
two.
Uh-huh.
Casting those two, so then two.
Not
minutes
related
here.
to their
We're wanted by who again?
Yeah.
Bard's Gate
They
Naval?
tried to remove curse for his hands. Would that
No,
still
it was-
trigger the disease?
No, because remove curse in that case, it targeted specifically that spell.
The-
Wish you would tell me
The
about
break
that.
enchantment we did everything, and that's why the disease reacted. That's why I'm telling you to focus on the detrimental effects so far.
Yeah.
Not necessarily
Now-
the disease itself, just to revert.
Now, I will remind you, Break Enchantment's a 5th level spell.
Yes, it is.
So, just keep that in mind when you are analyzing the results of things. Okay.
I got nothing to lose. It gets
Yeah.
worse, it gets better.
Okay, so
So you got 2 Prod Evils, a ready dispel magic.
protect. We'll do chaos on him.
I think chaos might be
Alright, so
better.
which opposite end of the ship are you doing this on from me?
Middle of the ship.
Right
Yeah,
underneath
if you
you.
guys are over here, me and Ash are gonna be over here. What do you guys do on that?
Once again, if I had Dylan's finger, well, you guys are doing it over here, well, I'm gonna be over here.
You wanna cast any other support spells? So
I don't have anything else to support with.
you said Fox Cunning.
Oh yeah, I'll cast Fox's Cunning on him.
Which
Make it
does-
smarter.
okay.
It gives you a +4 to your intelligence modifier.
So your intelligence score, which is a 2 modifier.
Yeah, sure. +2 modifier.
You know, that sounds right to this barbarian. What are you talking about?
So +2 to my intelligence, yes.
Temporary.
It is an ability temporary modifier of 4. Which
you a
it-
wee bit smart.
So if
Which
you have
adjusts the
like a 16,
modifier by 2.
You have a 20 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, while they're standing there with his shirt open and everything, I'm gonna cast Silent Image. Wait, that's the spell, right? Silent Image?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yes. And as you're
Trying to
standing
haunt our
there,
dreams, guys.
tiny little protrusions.
Like little spider legs.
Yeah, little spider legs start coming out your torso, and the little mandibles, and
Kill it!
they do the. There's no noise. though.
Initially, I look down, I start, but I don't feel it, and I'm like,
I mean, he's standing right there. You'd be able to
Oh,
spellcraft
no,
him.
I'm up there.
He's still tied to the
Okay.
mast.
yeah, I just look. Oh no! My spider powers are growing.
Alright. So yeah.
Darn.
All right. So
Message. Join us.
Once again, aquatic version of I just start walking.
Okay, so you cast Remove Disease.
if I do.
This isn't
Okay.
a toe dip in
Make
the
a
water,
will
man.
save.
It's full
Van.
dive.
A will save?
Don't say
Will
that
save.
here.
That's different.
It's full dive.
No, that's not good
Roll
terminology
high.
to
That's a
use
burn.
on a boat, sir.
Nope. That's only going to be a 7.
Oh, God.
Every
All right.
time.
Make a perception check.
He doesn't look safe.
First time to make a will save for this.
17.
17. Okay, so he casts Remove Disease on Van. You see him kind of grunt and like his body starts to contort a little bit and like flex with pain. Van.
Okay.
And you see some of the crystal break off and then start like moving towards Grendir.
Dispel magic.
Can I
Okay.
try to catch it?
No, you're
Too much.
Well,
you
someone's
failed the
gonna
will
catch
save.
it.
Ah, so it's like.
So you fail to be able to function with the pain.
Gotcha.
So a bunch of crystal kind of solidifies and starts to move towards Grendir. You cast Dispel Magic on the crystal. It basically falls away into nothing.
Okay.
It doesn't like get angry and say, "I'm a disease. I will get you now."
Like, I'm 25 feet away, so I hope it works.
Well, if you want to cast
no.
another spell while you're there.
Is it just spell
Yeah.
magic a touch?
I don't have that spell.
No, it's
No.
not.
Dude, don't fucking scare me like that. Holy shit!
Blake,
So-
there's not you say right now, man. I'm like, oh crap.
So you're gonna take 1 point of con drain,
Ooh,
Thank you for saying that out loud, bro.
which is basically a large portion of your body has been removed from you.
Ow.
So until you get lesser restoed or restoed, you're gonna be at -1 con.
got it. But
Okay,
We
now
tried.
the two of you can. I'll let you roll your alchemy, and you can roll heal, and you can roll arcana if you want.
it's only a 20.
Only a 20?
No, I look at a 2.
Wow, that's.
I rolled a 4 and I got a 22.
Oh darn!
15.
Only a
I got
20.
it. Okay, so we'll start with you and then go around. So the first thing you notice is that you do sense that you did not get removed diseased.
Mm-hmm.
A separate entity had the spell cast on them.
Interesting.
And so, in response, it retaliated.
Gross.
Oh.
Have any parts of my body reverted to flesh?
No.
How about
So
spider?
it's evil.
So, is that?
And
I wouldn't
I
notice
would
that. I
share
wouldn't
this
know that.
information.
Well,
would?
so
Or you wouldn't.
I'd be sharing information going like it.
So does
it,
that
it didn't
mean
affect
it-
me. It affected something inside.
So does that mean it's alive and it's its own thing?
It has to be.
Parasitic.
That's
in
usually how a
nature.
separate entity
Yeah.
works.
It could be some
Symbiote,
sort of
yeah.
parasitic organism. Could have been formed from the accident.
So you have a living creature on you.
Apparently. Is there anything else you were going to reveal before
We all have living creatures all
So-
over us.
you
Thank you, Alec, for the save.
no. Alec, you would notice that when you cast your dispelled magic on the floating hunk, it
He didn't
uh,
look back.
would effectively have constituted damage in some way. So if what he says is that this is some kind of separate creature that tried to retaliate when you cast Dispel Magic on it after it was separated from Van, it destroyed it in a way that is similar to like undead being exposed to standard daylight would be fully destroyed.
Okay.
What?
Heal check.
I got it.
So until he gets restoration
Hmm.
and that part of his body regenerated from where the mass came off, he's going to be at -1 con.
Hmm.
You do know that when you go to Lesser Resto him, there's a chance that either Van or this other entity regenerates. You don't know which one.
Could I touch like a fleshy bit of him and hope for the best on that one?
Yeah.
Both of the best.
A fleshy bit.
But I
Yeah,
got
like if you declare that like you're specifically targeting
A certain
this
piece of
aspect, yeah, this piece of him, you know, that may
Van's
act
actual
differently.
flesh.
Whereas opposed to the just kind of like I cast it on him, and you target him as a whole,
Yeah.
versus I look for an area that is the most unaffected part of his body, and then cast it on that.
And what would that be?
Probably somewhere on his back.
11th finger.
There's no like peck or anything around here.
If that
Well, you have to take
It's on the right
through
hand.
your months of
Couldn't have
research.
been
You've had
used
to
for a
be
while,
you've
but
been
it
taking
was
samples of yourself.
Yes.
And the only places you can reach are and see are in front of you.
Generally, yeah.
So the only places that wouldn't have been affected by any type of research would be on your back.
Oh, I got you. The most
The most original part of you that hasn't
has
been
been
touched.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would turn around
Also-
saying chest on the back.
You would also know and recall that
Mhm.
when you were being experimented on, you were strapped to a table. So the only places that they could perform experiments on you would be on the front part of your body.
Yeah, to touch.
That was just today. This is day one of our trips. Do you want to? You want to try again tomorrow?
We'll discuss that in a moment. But for now, second.
Okay. All right,
His head.
we're back. Learned some stuff about Van's disease.
On the first day of the voyage.
First day of the voyage. So, that night,
I choose not
Alec
to use
and
delay
Van.
disease.
Alec, roll your will save.
19.
Ooh, we can't keep
Total?
doing this.
Yes.
I ain't got enough vote. Ain't got enough vote.
Just barely.
Holy shit.
All right, now roll your intelligence check.
Let's see if I can get this one.
Need to roll high.
No, that's a 12. Intelligence modifier, plus 6. Okay, 6. Plus 6. 12.
Damn shame.
It is.
All right, Van.
Do I get a second one?
After Van. Van.
Seeing if I can get that any higher, because I rolled shit.
Do you have
Well,
a card?
I
Anybody
would've-
got a card for him?
8, so 13.
I don't.
Oof.
I rolled 1.
Yeah. Well, you rolled a 1. One's auto fail.
That was a save.
Yeah, you can't auto fail on a skill save.
It's a saving throw, not a skill check. So
This is
you
true.
can auto fail.
Oh, so you can crit on a saving throw.
Yes, regardless of DC, and that $20 always passes.
All right.
Okay. That night, you have cravings to consume catalyst. And
He's going after Tick and Tack.
well, roll will save again.
Not Cattle.
Okay. That's a little better. 11.
All right. So the next day,
He's gotta go.
You just kind of like
you're going to be at
catalyst,
-2 uses of bombs.
Okay.
Because that night you basically in almost like a manic crave mix catalyst for the day and consume it. However,
For the cattle god.
there are no adverse effects to
Because I
your
basically fed it.
yeah. You're still at the -1 con drain just from the actual lack of body mass, but there are no other adverse effects like your speed returns to normal
Oh, my speed's normal now?
for that day.
For the day. Because I can. Oh, interesting.
You just had a strawberry Mai Tai
Like
catalyst.
you still feel slowed, like it's hard for you to move, but you have confidence in your step.
5-hour catalyst.
So it's
So
almost
mechanically, I can still move at my full speed for the day.
yes, mechanically you can still move your full speed for the day.
Would the smell go away too since I technically consumed the bombs like before? Or is that
No,
it's
the
gone too worse?
the smell is still awful.
Okay.
Are you gonna
Make
be
note of
the
that.
restoration for it?
Okay?
So yeah, I'll walk around that day with a little more pep in my step.
Yeah. So we'll summarize these next few days with more kind of research into Van's condition, with everybody helping. Everyone can have 800 XP for kind of getting to this point, helping Van experiment with his body a little bit.
I'd like that rephrased.
You did it on purpose.
I know.
800 XP.
800 XP.
Hi. Yeah.
Doesn't get me
Boom. It's much closer.
Yeah,
Body roll.
every step counts.
Before you jump into dream sequence, on the next day I would use Lesser Restoration to remove the con drain.
Okay.
And what do I notice? Do I feel better or
You feel
because you said it might be me or it that might? I don't know.
yeah. So that day you feel like you had an extreme hunger that was sated.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine starving for a week and a half and then finally getting something to eat. And it was like a big meal.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Mm-hmm.
when you consume the Lesser Restoration Potion, you see the chunks of crystal
Yeah.
kind of quickly regrow that day.
Okay. And then I will try and delay disease and then see if I can. It's my last thing, then we'll jump on the hills.
Okay.
Just make sure what it does exactly. I think it gives me another saving throw against it
Uh-huh.
because it's a pre-existing disease at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Yes. So this be a fort save against this disease is DC. If
Yep.
Where was that before?
You can always buff your con beforehand.
20. Because I'm not trying to see an anti-plague. So that would be 2 uses of that.
All right.
I'm gonna throw something at you.
So
Would you like to retcon anything and buff yourself?
anti-plague then for +5.
Okay.
Plus 25 to it.
A 25 passes.
Woo! Okay. Barely passes.
Barely passes.
Oh dear lord.
You should ask for help. You're here for your buddy.
So for that day,
I'll keep that in mind.
your sonic vulnerability is negated.
Okay. So it's just then ignore that portion. Like that, I think the only real negative thing affecting you right
Was your speed, your scent, and your vulnerability.
Okay. So it just makes me ignore all the negative detriments.
Well,
Or the
detriments that have mechanical application.
Gotcha.
There are other detriments like the disease itself progressing that
yeah.
aren't
Because I'm just
being
ignore-
reversed. They're just being put on.
But I would still have the DR and such.
No, those go away as well.
Okay. So it's right now I feel as if day 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
you feel that way.
Noted. Okay. And then we can go into some.
Okay,
Thanks for the patience.
so then Alec, go ahead and roll again.
What's the first one again? Will save?
Yes.
15.
Would you like to buff yourself for that night to induce a dreamlike state? It is a will save, so you could Owl's Wisdom.
I do.
You could request somebody to give you
Can
Owl's
make me
Wisdom.
Can you make me wiser
I
for a night?
take the owl dung because I know it's owl dung into my the flask of it. I'm like, well, you're gonna have to consume this.
Do I have to consume it?
Yeah, in order to
Owl dung.
partake the owl's wisdom.
Do I believe
Say
it?
nothing.
Is that true?
Say
I
nothing.
want to. Where is
very
it?
common.
Shut up! No, no. I want to sense more of
Please
this.
tell me you're doing this on the ship's, like.
This is in his room.
slave.
It's in his room.
Oh,
Well,
I wanted
in
to
the
be, like,
sleeping
right
area, we don't
around
really
there.
have
I just want to
rooms.
start laughing.
This is a 19 for sense motive.
I, as a cleric, believe it is to be true. This is how I've done it every single time.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to roll bluff.
No, he's just owl connoisseur.
Can I roll some
This is
on
how he
this?
trained as the dwarves. What
Yeah.
are you talking nonsense? Grow a pair and take your medicine.
13.
Do I just have to roll on
Oh,
Yes,
you're-
roll the bluff
you're
check.
a lion.
1?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Plus your skills.
One.
You can't fail on this.
What does the good, lawful good
It's
cleric
wisdom.
have in deception?
He can still have fun with you.
Bluff.
And it's charisma based, so he's got a little bit.
So, like two total. If you got a 1.
0 ranks or 0
I have 0 in charisma.
Doesn't beat my negative.
You have 0 in charisma?
Yeah. When have I ever
Why?
been that good at talking
I have a
to
negative 2.
Well, that's true, and you mostly use your
Well,
channel to heal, not harm.
Just
so
like Oblivion.
Yeah.
you
That's all
don't
you
need
guys
really
is
high
like.
So
charisma.
I'm. You
Definitely
know,
lying to me.
You're
No, I'm
shaking
not.
as you're handing it to him.
Like, yeah.
This
Meanwhile,
is how
Gauss
us
behind you.
dwarves do this. This is tradition, and I would like you to follow our tradition.
I mean,
Then you turn.
Owl shit. You know for a fact, as a spellcaster, that is not the material component of Owl's Wisdom.
yeah, I know that. Never
I
mind. I'm
believe
sorry.
that.
Feathers
Oh,
or
hilarious.
droppings from an owl.
It is literally the material component.
Holy shit.
Yeah, feathers.
Other
Or,
people-
owl
Not
droppings.
droppings.
But once again, there's no reason to abide a spell product in the spell.
So you're
there
telling
might be.
So what you're actually telling him to do is chew on an owl pellet because they don't make.
Yeah, they make the pellets. I'll Grendel will laugh and say, "Here," and just cast it.
No,
Okay.
if he doesn't want to bluff, that's fine.
Thank you.
Alright, that gives you an extra +2 to the save.
I
Okay,
just
so that would put me at
I bless you with our wisdom.
17.
You throw
Yeah,
the
that
die.
one.
17 passes. Roll your in check. Would you like to do Fox's Cunning on yourself that night?
Yeah, but that'll only give me a +1 because I already have my headband that gives me a +2, and
Yeah.
they don't stack. So
And-
it'll put me
and-
at a +7.
Yeah, and
But plus
all
something's better than
bonus is
I
good
know. I'm not
bonus.
complaining.
Would you like me to
I'm
cast
not
something
complaining.
else?
That sounded like the
Sounded an
argumentative
awful lot
statement.
like it.
Looks like a 2.
Mm-hmm.
DM boot, we roll it.
Thank you.
Rolls a 1.
I rolled a fucking 2.
Roll a 3.
That's my bad.
14.
Total?
Yeah.
Did you roll a 1?
I rolled a 7.
No.
7
Alright.
plus 7 is 14.
I
No.
rolled a 14. You want to take my roll?
Sure. Well, 21.
21.
I'll allow it if you take an alignment point.
In what direction?
That is
Yeah, he's already evil. What are you gonna make him neutral?
the -2 to all
Yeah,
D20.
all D20 rolls.
For how long?
Where-
Until I say otherwise or he's atoned.
Oh.
You know, you can always atone.
That's a pseudo.
Or if I start slipping back the other way.
Yes, that's why I said until I say otherwise or until you're atoned. But that's a pseudo permanent -2.
I know.
But you also don't roll a whole heck of a lot of D20s because your spells are mostly just I point there and it blows up.
Is this
So
a
he's
permanent?
trying to induce a dream that he could.
I'm trying to tickle his gambling addiction.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know. Fuck you.
Steve,
Because he doesn't know if that 14 is going to pass or not, and he's still going to take the penalty regardless.
I think that you
No,
shouldn't
I'm
do
not
it because you can
Okay.
just sleep again.
It happens.
Okay. So you don't dream.
No.
Well, you
No.
do dream, you just don't remember it. Okay.
What a tease.
Next day, I feel.
Waste of
I'm
time.
just like hopping around, going.
Yeah, we'll have only alibi.
Nice.
It happens.
It's all
Alright.
good. How's UC's feather?
And I'll just work on making some stuff.
You good. Just remember, for that day, you're at -2.
Yeah.
Alright.
On this day, I would like to be praying to Tyr for safe passage.
Okay.
And also,
Back to the crow's nest.
Back to the crow's nest. So where does everybody want to be on the ship while the ship is traveling?
I guess in the near the steering wheel.
Near the steering wheel.
I gotta learn somehow.
You guys still Titanicing?
Keeping the water?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Grendier?
Keeping watch at the front of the boat.
I don't really want to go to Crow's Nest. I think I would be by the lifeboats.
By the lifeboats. That's a good place to be.
Yeah.
Especially in full plate.
Gauss? You're tied to the mast.
He
Alex?
scoots a little bit though, so you can go around in circles.
Why is he tied?
Put him on a leash.
Because he's trying to kill
Well,
all the
actually-
crewmates.
Actually, let me rephrase. Can I go up to the Crow's Nest with him? Because I believe if we're ever in a fight, I might need to untie him.
Yeah.
That's gonna kill us all.
That would be a great idea.
Yeah.
Alright, Alec?
We're gonna unleash our monsters.
Unleash the fireball.
Getting it back.
Alright, in the back. Van?
I'll be in the near lifeboats in the center of the ship. Give me best bit of range just in case.
Rael?
Making perception checks on the crow's nest.
There we go.
And I also have
I like-
swapped you with the normal spyglass, like the one I picked up
By-
before from the archaeologist
Here.
site.
Okay. Yeah. I
What was that?
I switched him with the spyglass I got from the archaeologist, the masterwork version for the one because he was going up there.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be just watching.
Okay, so 2 perception checks.
Or what does the spyglass give?
If it's the regular one, it's +2. If it's masterwork, +5.
Yeah, regular one plus 2.
2 on a perception check.
I'm also
I didn't
gonna
take the
make
cap
one
off the
from front.
spyglass.
So.
Yeah. I'm looking at the floor.
Or you got it backwards. You got the fat end towards you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I'm just
far
looking at the
away.
ocean. Yo, Gauss. Things look really far away right now.
You
He's
wanna
actually
flip it
messing with you.
around.
He just handed you a kaleidoscope, and you're just like, colors.
Let's remind you of the time we did incense.
All right, Rael,
Yes.
what did you get for your
I
perception?
got a 22.
22. And Van, were you rolling as well?
Yeah, I'll look on the side of the ship.
Can I roll for him?
Sure.
17?
This dice
17?
is
Oh, wait,
advantage
plus
to
5,
shadow.
so
Would you
22.
say my perception check is all encompassing? Because
Yeah.
I have the crow's nest.
So yeah, 22 on that side.
23.
I said 22.
22. Okay, so the three of you would notice in the distance, probably like within a few miles, there is some flotsam that is being kind of like violently distorted in the water.
Are we in the bay yet?
Oh,
You're not in the bay yet, but you can see the storms of the bay in the
And
distance.
these are more like the outer bands. forming
Yeah,
stuff.
like you have very powerful winds blowing to the south, and something about this ship is basically just ignoring it and going straight. Like you don't have to do the tilling,
yes.
where you have to sail kind of diagonally against the winds.
A
Yeah.
normal ship would have to do that. This
Yeah.
one's just going like as
Just
if
like boop.
Now,
Nice.
this flotsam, if we're able to perceive it from this distance, could we assume that that water is probably of a high turbid?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've formed the captain.
Okay.
We're at the helm.
Yeah. Yeah. The captain's at the helm. Most of the crew are tending to the
Flotsam.
rigging and everything like that.
To the side over there.
Northeast?
Yeah.
Northwest?
He looks in that direction. Ah! Sunken ship. We should avoid it.
Could be stuff on that ship.
Let's avoid
Could be.
But we're not here for that.
I would not.
Yet.
Straight as she goes.
Straight as she goes.
RPG gamer is like,
And
to the second ship.
Ricardo's just like, to the loot.
Yeah. He's like, I'll just
Nope.
use my weapon to kind of poke the
Just
wheel
sitting here
down.
learning.
Yeah. All right. So you go around the collection of debris on the water surface. The storms are definitely picking up. As you travel, you would notice lightning, thunder. There isn't. You haven't actually hit the rain yet, so there aren't any gales or hail attacking the ship. But the captain is barking orders to start like securing
Battening
all the
down
gear
hatches.
below deck. Yep. Covering up the cargo hold, getting the lifeboat secure, all that kind of stuff. And there's he's basically saying like a big storm's coming, so they're going to start tying down everything. He suggests that if you're going to make any preparations of like your personal equipment, the group's equipment, or the animals, like you tend to that now, before, because things are about to get slippery, and there's a chance that stuff could get lost overboard.
Are we
Could
cresting
you
over
help
any
me
large
handling the animals?
No, but the waters are very
Would you like
turbulent.
to help me handle
There aren't
the
actual
animals?
like waves forming yet,
You have a higher check.
but that's a strong potential.
Oh yes, you
I would have gone down and re-secured my supplies in the wagon with all my other equipment.
Okay, so
And
you
then come
spend
back to the original spot.
so you spend some time securing all the stuff in your wagon. The animals are having a hard time keeping on all fours, so most of them have basically resulted in just kind of like laying down and like laying up against the hull or wherever their hay is, and several of them have started to like throw up and kind of regurgitate because they're not used to being on.
Would that
ship.
be?
They don't have sea legs.
Would seasickness symptoms be similar to almost a hangover for them? Could I
Don't
use
give
my
me
Seasickness is
catalyst.
just sick.
Could I use my alchemist kindness that usually cures a hangover to maybe sort of ease
No.
the
Yeah, because it's not induced by a poison. It's induced by a motion sickness.
contemplate for a moment, like that don't work. Yeah, go back up.
I would like to secure the mules beneath. Are they below, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Secure them. Try to tie them a little tight so they don't get bashed around
Yeah.
or something.
So, like I was saying, most of them have resorted to basically laying down in the hay. You don't really need to tie them to anything, but they are secured in their pens. It's just that you notice that like they're starting to get sick from the turbulence.
I would ask Van if she had anything that could maybe calm the animal's sickness.
I thought about it, but the only thing I have is for hangovers.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
I mean, unless
We
you
don't
want to
have
kill them.
alchemical
Don't think
Dramamine.
Well, I can't really do much for them. I know they have water, correct? That usually helps with the sickness. So make sure they have water, and then the rest of our supplies in the carts, I make sure
Still
are
got-
tied as they could be. Make
Yeah.
sure they don't wheel around.
Yeah.
Well, the wheels will be taken off, right?
It would be kind of hard to do it now, but you've got them blocked so that they're not. The cart's not rolling around and hitting animals or anything like that. It's secured.
Yeah, and just basically just making sure everything's moored down.
I mean, if
Okay.
anything, they probably would have
So,
encased it. and-
Raise your hand if you went below deck to secure something. So we got 1, 2, 3. Looks like 3. Okay, so the 3 of you roll perception checks.
Right on. Oh, nice. This is not using spyglass, so it's only a 23.
11.
19.
Okay, so you notice that you can hear some type of singing coming through the hall.
That makes sense because I
Little
am quite
boring
crystal, so
noises.
Yeah.
harmonic resonance.
Yeah. Like, it sounds like there are masculine individuals singing, like, sea shanties outside the ship, but you can't make out the actual verbiage.
Does it come across as a language?
Are you trying to identify what they're saying, or are you just trying to get a better earshot?
Yeah, just seeing I recognize the lyrics. Like, tell me of anything.
To recognize the lyrics, you'd have to find a position that, like, will give you better acoustics. So you
Could I
might have to,
put
like,
part of my crystal body against the hull and see
yeah,
if that
yeah. So,
resonated?
you,
Like
like, so, you know, you lean against the hull and you start to listen. It's in common.
okay.
Make a will save.
Sure.
This is a mind affecting.
It doesn't matter. I have a weak as well, so that's 12.
Okay, you are compelled to find the closest source of alcohol and consume it. As the sea shanties and the rhythmic, you know,
Drunken sailor. Gotcha.
drunken sailoriness about it, you know, fills your heart with a boisterous love for mead.
And the scary thing, he's an alchemist, so probably just in his bag.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. I have some
He did not specify drinking
Isopropyl.
alcohol.
Something happened.
Not the isopropyl. Not the isopropyl.
Well, for me, that could still work, actually.
Well, aren't his inside wounds also outside wounds?
Yeah.
Technically, yes.
Will there be some rum on this ship? I'm sure I start.
No, the rum's always gone.
Because I don't think we have any in our stuff, right? Because you got rid of the drinks you had.
Yeah, I sold my.
Did you have some drinks?
I had a flask of meat.
Hey, like, Granger, you got anything on you? I'm a little parched, you know?
Well, I mean, I have this.
The mead?
Yes, the finest dwarven drink. I
As
know.
you look back at me, I already have it. I'm just like,
Yeah.
It's different.
So,
Can I
that
tell
was my
that
only need.
that he's different?
all
I'll
right.
buy you some more. Yes.
Make another will save.
It's a burn.
What do we do with drunken sailor?
What do you do with a drunken man?
What do we do with drunken sailor?
What the hell? You stole my meat.
I did, I'm sorry. As a player, I am sorry. Right now, Van is not sorry. That's okay. Will save, right?
Yep.
19?
All right. You don't start singing along, and
Aw.
you still feel the need to consume alcohol.
Can I do a knowledge arcana to see if I realize that he's been charmed?
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
This is really good meat. I gotta get you some more of this. This is
31. Okay. He's been charmed some way.
I'm
You don't
still
know
gonna.
how.
I'm still gonna hum the song.
Yeah.
I don't feel compelled, but I want to.
Yeah. He's definitely been somehow like compelled or compulsed.
Do you share that knowledge with me?
Yeah, he's definitely under some spell.
I've also been very peppy this whole day too.
Well, we was trying to cast a spell on you and backfires. So, I want to hope
But
people who did it don't
focus
fine.
earlier.
There's room next to Gauss.
Oh
The
yeah.
easiest way to do that.
Hey,
Huh? What?
This is for my meat.
this is for my meat. Well,
This
That's not an
might
open hand.
hurt
That's
a
a
little.
fist.
Yeah.
oh, is it? I think this is called a dwarf.
That'll work just fine.
Do you actually try to punch me?
I dwarven slap you.
That's a punch.
Yeah.
And
I gotta
this
get
might
you
hurt a
uncharmed,
little.
my friend who drinks my meat.
Be charmed. I'm just enjoying some meat. I got any rum in here? That'd be really good right now.
What do I add to this, Charlie?
Yeah, it's gonna be your base attack bonus plus your strength mod.
What do you do with a drunken sailor?
19?
Does 19 hit your flat-footed?
So you only rolled a 10?
Yes.
All right. Make another will save.
12.
All right. For a moment, you kind of snap out of it, and you're like, "Hey, whoa, whoa,
Wait.
whoa!"
Thanks
And
for
then,
the meat.
and then you know the music starts playing in your head a little bit again, and you see him kind of break for a moment and realize like what was happening, and then he gets back into it and starts.
I'm looking through just the barrels
Try that
now
again.
for rum.
Try it again.
Try it again.
All right, everyone
Or
roll
just
initiative.
Take him upstairs.
I throw a bomb.
You threw a bomb at him.
If he keeps this up, I
I
might.
could just clap his arm.
I don't want to waste it. That's That's not wasting.
Well, good thing of Alchemist Kindness for later, because I'm gonna need it.
Issa. Grandier? Gauss?
14.
So we're
Alec?
counting down here. 5.
Ricardo?
17.
Van?
15. The power of Drunken.
What's your initiative mod?
4. Probably higher than Grenadier's.
Wait, but aren't you taking a -1 on that?
No, that was on my
Oh yeah,
boss.
no, it's higher
None
than
of
mine. You're good to go.
Yep.
Put 15.5.
No, I put 15 plus.
Just a bunch of
Captain,
All right, Issa. You see, breaching the surface, a large cephalopod-like creature.
din 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 din
Here's my wonderful
din
music.
din 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 din.
The red starboard. Cracking up the starboard bow.
So, the first thing I need you to do is make a will save, as the Kraken is playing a mandolin.
Wait, it was like a normal sized mandolin?
No, it's a Kraken-sized mandolin.
Because that'd be adorable.
Boy, what?
It's a
This
Kraken.
is enchantment.
He made the
It
Kraken
is.
a bard.
Because sorcerers are,
28.
with all due respect, not as cool as bards. You have a
But
lot-
you won't let me play
Alright.
a bard?
Yeah. So you are not compelled to be fascinated by the Kraken.
I'm fascinated just because it has a mandolin.
So you can act normally.
Kraken cells. There's like a little
So the
barnacle.
first things you would see is he's got like basically crafted out of the bottom hole of a ship. He's got a large drum mandolin, and the strings look to be like they're made out of ripped pieces of sail that he's sewn together. And in 2 of his tentacles, he's using one to hold the neck, and the other one is to strum the actual chords. And his remaining tentacles are getting ready to attack the ship.
I thought it was an elven maiden, not a he.
brings his own.
Huh?
I thought it was an elven
We
maiden.
never said this is the thing we're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's not. You guys would die if that was Mariclaron.
Just check.
This is just somebody who's trying to impress me.
He's impressed me already.
Yeah.
Now,
So Issa, it's your turn.
you want to move ours to?
I thought you got married.
No.
What, Issa? Oh yeah, Ricardo.
No,
sorry.
we're fine.
I put you down as a 7, not a 17.
Wow.
I got you. Don't worry.
You want to move our figures back to where we would be at this moment?
Oh yeah, we're down the hall.
Yeah.
He's up here. You're down.
I stopped counting. I stopped paying attention when Alec broke
No,
the
that's not
combo.
me.
15, 4.
So Ricardo,
14,
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Stupidest thing Ricardo's ever done in his life.
Pull out your mandolin.
We're gonna have a rock off with a Kraken.
Dude.
You should come.
Let's
with me.
get cracking.
3 out of 10.
Are you gonna have a sweet pick of destiny fight right now?
No. Okay.
Okay. What I'm gonna do
Yep.
is pull out my long spear,
Okay.
jump off the edge of the boat, and aim for the mandolin.
Okay. So you draw your long spear. You do a jump check.
Once again, I know how to swim. I'm not wearing full plate. I'm a barbarian, not a paladin.
No, I was wondering.
Make a jump check. You gotta really
You
start.
want me to make a jump check?
Yep.
I'm not seeing jump here.
Yeah, there isn't.
I see acrobatics.
Acrobatics, yeah.
That could work. I can do acrobatics all day.
Did you use a rope?
It's time.
$19 on the die, along with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so 27. And that would be the jumping off point.
Yep.
More like controlled fall at that height, though.
Yeah. All right. So you jump to the Kraken. You want to spear him, I'm assuming, with your spear?
I want to attack the mandolin, but
The mandolin itself. Do you have improved Sunder?
No, I do not have improved Sunder.
Okay.
Do you have reach wet?
Yes.
Well, once again, as long as I can damage the... I know how a bard works at any time.
Oh yeah.
I know if I break the mandolin, it'll break the spell he's using that as the implement.
If only you had like a silver falchion to slice
again,
through all
attacking the mandolin.
strings all at once.
Does 28 hit your armor class?
Yes.
Alright. He did not declare a grab, since I mistakenly rolled. 6. You're going to take 12 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
He does not grab you as you jump through the air to attack the mandolin, but your attack did provoke an attack opportunity. So go ahead and roll to hit the mandolin.
But he entered the threat range.
But I declared a Sunder without improved Sunder, so therefore he gets an opportunity.
Right, but he doesn't have combat reflexes, so regardless,
18 on the
only one action is
die.
provoked.
With the long spear, that is going to be 26.
I figured it out. Sunder would do
26
something else.
will hit the mandolin.
Sunder it.
I'm just trying to break it a little bit so we can't play it. That's not going to help. 8 damage.
Okay. Your spear pierces a part of the belly drum of the mandolin, but it is still functional. But it does take some damage from the impact.
Yep.
Okay, so that was a move and a standard, a swift to pull. I believe that is the end of your turn. Next is Issa.
You said it's 2 rolls go down the stream.
Yeah.
I will cast Bear one here into myself.
Okay.
And I will
Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had
Is that it?
hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpoon and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may
Okay.
the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum.
Van, looks like you're next with a 15.
Alright, I'm
Make a
still
will save.
compelled to, or will save first, gotcha. But
You got it.
gives me a, maybe, 18?
Okay. You snap out of it for a second. You can function normally.
Ah, so I'm no longer looking for alcohol. But I have heard
You hear cries from on top of deck to two arms, Kraken.
I hand Grandier his mead back, whatever's left of it, and I...
There's nothing
the look of just... There's nothing left. It's beautiful.
That was the tone of betrayal.
All right, where would you like to be on the center deck here? I know it's kind of hard to see from your angle.
Yeah, I would...
Clarin, no.
I'd come up the stairs, look, and I'm sure when I turn around and see the Kraken on that side, I would probably head in that direction.
Okay, so you move to the edge. You can see that there's a Kraken that is wielding some kind of big guitar mandolin thing, and hanging from it is Ricardo. As Ricardo has taken his long spear, jumped off the ship, and has impaled the mandolin in an attempt to sunder it.
I know how to choose them. That's badass. Well, I guess that's that one. I'll take a... I can still have an action, right?
Yeah, that was just a move.
Okay.
To the top.
Then I will go ahead and take a shot at him.
Okay.
And since based on our research, I know not to use a cold bomb. Will a 24 hit touches?
Yes.
Okay. Making sure.
You mean to tell me his touch AC isn't 24?
His touch AC is 6.
Oh, but shit, roll.
Use touch attacks. That is their weakness.
So it'd be 14 fire damage. The mandolin would fail its reflex save and take damage, right?
So you throw a firebomb at it,
Yes.
and the fire strikes it
Boom.
and does nothing.
Goes boom and nothing happens.
It goes boom. You see the effects of the fire kind of wash over him and then just fall into the water. Same with his belongings. You can roll a spellcraft if you'd like.
Not with my rage in that moment. 18.
Yeah, he has resistance, and he chose fire.
But not immunity.
He chose
Not immunity.
holy.
So he has some degree of either 10, 20, or 30 resistance to the elemental type fire.
Isn't that DR?
And I did
No.
14 fire damage. So you said it was 10, 15, or 30?
Yeah, 10, 20, or 30. It's in increments of 10.
Okay. So at the very least, he's okay. I will announce to the crew and everyone else that he's resistant to fire. Gotta hit it really hard if you're gonna do fire damage. Release the Gauss!
Alright.
If you do it well.
Grandia! Make a will save.
Alright.
Is it because I can...
18.
19. Alright, you function normally.
Fantastic. I'm going to head to the upper deck because I hear screaming.
And 8 arms, Kraken attack. Alright, 2 more turn.
I believe so, yes. So I see the scene before me.
Yeah.
Going great. I'm going to cast Searing Light from my pocket.
Okay.
Sorry, this is would a 18 range touch.
And 18 hits his touch.
So,
So a blast of sunlight comes from my hand, dealing 9 damage. It is
Untyped spell.
yeah, divine pipe.
It's just, yeah. It in later editions they added radiant as a type, but up until that point it was just like untyped damage.
Yeah, I do a bunch of damage against undead though, like
And it
crazy.
is not
amounts.
undead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just not this guy.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? You have a swift.
No.
Alright. Gauss.
Right. Okay. What do we rate the VA on our sheets?
Where?
Yeah.
Under the
Can't
VA.
find
Your
the-
base attack bonus.
Yeah, where is it?
To the right. It's
It's beneath your saves.
That's fine.
Okay. Make a will save.
One.
A nat 1?
Nah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's not one on dice, but I got a 5.
Okay, well, you failed. For that round, you are compelled to consume alcohol.
He's tied to the ground.
You are compelled to consume alcohol.
So, I do an escape artist check so that I can fulfill this need.
Yeah?
Nah, it's just 13.
Alright, you wiggle out of your restraints.
Fighting his time. Some pretty shy or something.
Okay. Ryo, make a will save.
Is this a spell for a charm effect?
Yes. It is an enchantment, so you get the bonus.
Yeah.
There's no. The SR doesn't have a
Correct, because this is an SU.
This is an enchantment.
Natural 1.
Natural 1! You're compelled to consume alcohol for the round.
Well, it gives me
I have no
+2.
alcohol on my person.
Sounds like you're about to
should ask for that.
climb down the center mast and go find some. What do you do with the drunken?
Dude. Right now.
I guess I'll make my way
nat one.
down
Oh my
the
All right. For your move action, you can get to this platform. You basically climb down the rigging.
Good thing you don't have to.
Here.
what's it, how-
You can double move to the base if you'd like.
I am compelled to drink alcohol, which
Right.
means I would spend all of my time and energy trying to find alcohol.
Yeah, to get to the base to find alcohol.
You know, dwarves have alcohol.
Dwarf, do you have alcohol?
Not anymore, you don't.
I look back and forth. I'm saying yes, but we have to kill this thing first.
Are you pointing to the Kraken or me?
Do I believe that? Do I believe that?
Yes.
Dwarves
it's
always have
his
alcohol on them, Dylan. Do I believe this? Is it though?
Yeah.
I speak
No,
the
there would be
truth.
some below deck. You
turn.
would
I
know.
mean,
But I want the
of
most
law.
immediate source of alcohol,
Which is below deck.
which is the dwarf.
DM says
Dwarf
below
blood is
deck.
made of alcohol. We all know this.
So you double move down the center mass to get to the base.
Fine.
It is written in every legend.
The Kraken. Does not like that you're impaled on his cool instrument.
It is a pretty dope instrument.
So it's gonna full attack. It's gonna put its bite attack into you.
Oh, that's gonna be
Two
terrifying.
of its melee attacks into you. 2 of its melee attacks into you. And 2 into the ship, and then 4 into the ship itself.
Okay.
So we'll start with lay bite.
Yeah, but how can it bite you when you're hanging on to its instrument?
Has to be.
Well, it's going to like
Right.
take its arms and like
Well,
move
he's
it
hanging
close
onto
to
the
his
instrument.
leg.
You just gotta finagle yourself, you know, the instrument in
and that
between
takes
you
2
and
of its
him.
arms, so that's 2 less attacks on the ship.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Why don't you turn into a giant squid and seduce it?
How about no?
Never knew, Scott.
All right.
When I could have given you water.
Probably.
Yeah.
The answer, Dylan, is probably.
Yeah, it do.
Is it above 20?
Yes.
Alright, then. You're a good guy.
So lower than barrel.
No.
They do have 10. They're based on Colossus Squid. No.
All right, you're gonna take 18 piercing damage from his beak.
You mean it's not based off a covered fish?
2 melee into you.
No, you don't have to do that. I was jabbing with you, bud.
I got a 27 and a 30.
Listen, we don't.
Those
we don't need,
miss.
this
Oh
name
wait,
doesn't
I'm not
need to be
Corbin.
John
They
Cena,
hit.
all right?
Okay.
You just slow your roll here, Buster Brown.
Between 2 attacks. Well, actually, your DR is off right now, so just
It is.
3, 12. You're gonna take 28 points of damage between 2 big tentacle slams.
Okay. I'm bloody.
All
Definitely.
right, into Grendier.
Was it Shard too?
These are at minus 10. So I've got a 21 and a 22.
Minus
Both
10.
hit.
Huh?
Both hit.
Okay. You're gonna take 31 damage,
Good kill, you know.
Okay.
and then he
Can't even give
does
you a hand.
a rend ship ability. So the ship stops moving as he starts to kind of like smack it and grab and really get into it, but the size of the Kraken versus the size of the ship puts the Kraken at a disadvantage.
How big was?
So he grabs it for a second, but the speed of the ship breaks his grip, and you hear the tentacles like rake and scratch across the bottom of the vessel. He is gargantuan.
How big is the ship?
Tiger.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Titan.
The ship,
Frigate, galley, schooner.
Bigger.
ship of the line.
So probably bigger than a galley.
It's like galleon size. Yeah. Yeah, it's a big ship.
The Black Pearl.
I'm glad we can compare this to his knowledge of what an actual Kraken size is.
Yeah. All right. So it tries to rend the ship and fails. The crew
Yes.
are all going to make will saves.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
I mean,
What would you do with a drunken? What would you do with a drunken?
All right. So these two. One of them nat 20s and immediately goes to the edge and throws a Melf's acid arrow at the Kraken. This one fails and starts to run down into the lower decks to get alcohol.
He knows where the booze is.
they'll all be in
These
one
both
place
fail.
for me to fireball them.
Oh gosh, there's only one
They
left.
go downstairs.
Until I destroy the loot.
This one also fails. And they go downstairs. These two in the back. I did not roll higher than a 5 on any of those.
We thirsty, man.
Why don't you give yourself a DM boon and re-roll one?
No, but they start moving this way to get to the bowels. And the captain sees this, and you, in a deep, booming, thunderous voice, barks an order at them all to get back to their stations and repel boarders. The captain uses his standard action to cast a spell on the steering wheel, and you see that it basically starts to self-pilot, and then he uses his move action to come over to the edge, and he starts to draw components from a component pouch.
He's gonna put together this great sword to jump off.
Alec.
Oh boy.
I think he just calculated
Will
it
save?
at
Yes.
acid arrow damage.
15 on the die, plus 7, 22.
You can act normally.
Go up to the top, see what the fuck's going on. All these guys are coming down.
Alright, so you get up to the top. You can see over the side that there is, in fact, a Kraken holding a very large keel of a boat that has somehow been made into an instrument. Hanging from the instrument is Ricardo. But you pass several of the kobolds running down into the hull, or yeah, into the cargo area, basically all screaming like, "Get the booze!"
Okay. So I realized that they had the same thing as him. I'm gonna look over and I'm going to use my elemental meta magic to cast snowball instead of cold damage. I'm gonna make it acid damage.
Okay.
A big ball of acid falls in my hand and I shoot it at him.
Okay.
It's a touching.
That's not gonna hit.
Is that a 1?
Yes.
All right. Your first one on an attack roll.
Oh no, he's near us too.
Into the dice grave it goes.
Oh, it's gone. He's in there.
Until next time. Oh no.
Part of the cards. 3 of squids.
Fucking dork.
The adjacent ally to the creature now gets destroyed permanently.
Taking a hold.
Read
What's
it.
it do, Dylan?
Read it.
Distance rift. You are teleported to the nearest square adjacent to the target.
It's occupied by me.
So,
You didn't let go
that's
of
your
the force.
first time using that meta magic power, right?
Yeah.
So, you've learned kinda, how to do this meta magic feat for the elemental substitution, and something goes wrong as you change the cold damage to acid damage, and you did wrong character.
I'm fine with that too.
Right into the water in front of its giant mouth.
That's a maw.
Oh yeah. And you're like, now next turn you'll be making swim checks.
I'll save you, don't worry.
Actually, before we finalize that, does anybody have a card they want to play that maybe could help get him out of the situation?
Make it so the thing can't stealth.
This is turbulent water in combat. The wizard is much more likely to drown at this point than he is to die from melee damage.
All I have is a plug.
I can help with parlay.
All right, Dylan. I have one card I can play.
Hold on, let me pull
How
out
much
some
of
parchment.
that are you willing to play?
I got some parchment right here.
A Big Mac.
A Big Mac? What was that, like $5?
$7. It'll come with fries and a drink.
Until next year. That's it.
No.
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 I can help you parlay
Can I?
later.
May
I'll give you
burn
$3.
this card
I'll give you
till I
$3
have
to get a
one
different
more?
card.
I'll tell you what.
No.
$5, and you
tried.
just put them on the other side of the shrimp.
No.
I'll do dishes.
Okay, I've got one other one, but I have to invoke my inner barbarian.
Whoa, that's
Hold
a
on,
that's
hold
a
on,
pretty
hold
good
on.
one.
I want to see
This
this.
is
I'm
so
gonna invoke my inner barbarian.
Doing it.
Dylan never does them anyway.
You can put him on the other side of the shrimp, or I'll beat the ever-loving hell out of you.
I have a Sierra.
She's only +1. I'm a Tom +3. Meaning, I'll put my dog in front of her and then whoop your ass while she pets my dog.
That's
Once
tough.
again.
Versus loyalty gets switched.
I'm gonna have to veto that as well.
All right. I tried barbarian.
Try the barbarian play.
Yep.
I tried burning my card.
All right, that should be everybody by my initiative tracker. Did everybody act the first
Have this
round?
character.
Yeah.
Everybody's acted. All right, excellent. Do we want to take a quick break? How much time
Yes.
we got?
We're at 51 minutes. So
Let's go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll return with top of round 2 with Drunken Shenanigans and Kraken Dragon.
Kraken Dragon.
Boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her lance to the side.
And we're back.
Round 2.
Top of round 2, Ricardo. Your long spear is impaled into the Kraken's mandolin.
Yep. Using the long spear to brace it, I reach on my back and I pull out my longsword.
Okay.
I get real angry,
Okay.
and I full attack right into this mandolin. Bam!
Okay.
That should be 2 attacks if I remember correct.
Okay.
Alright, so let's see. That is a 16.
You hit the mandolin.
The mandolin's going down, man. 14 damage into the mandolin.
Okay. It takes damage.
Second attack is higher, so I know it hits.
Okay.
Woo! Get it.
It's 14. That's 17 damage to the mandolin.
Okay.
There once
And
was
turn.
a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Belly of Tea.
Alright.
The winds blew hard, her bow
Issa,
We thought that would break it.
you gotta remember its size. It gives it additional hit points.
Yeah, I should have flavor texted it too. Attacking the strings.
Yeah.
No, I think you still want to give it to me. Oh, you cut one string, he's still.
Yeah, I wouldn't give it to you under that.
I played with you a number of years, I know.
Issa.
I'm going to.
Okay.
He looks a little beat up.
Make a little sense. Sorry. You too, Ricardo.
God damn it! I thought you wouldn't remember. It's like I haven't had to make one will save this whole time.
I mean, you are raging.
Yeah, I am raging now, so it's a bonus to it.
You bet.
I like a man to ask him, should I summon 1 shark or 3 squids? Or up to 3 squids.
Almost six crits here.
Medium.
21.
Negative 21.
Good, I'm not an alcoholic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the shark might do more damage. I don't know.
They're about the same, but okay.
But, I trust you on that.
So,
I'm so
summon
angry I don't even
free
do
and summon a shark
Okay.
and have him attack the
Alright. I believe summon is a full round spell, not a standard action. So you start casting it now. It will end at the beginning of your next turn. During that time, if you take damage, you'll have to make a concentration check. Look at the casting time on that. What's it say?
It says how do you fucking business.
1 round, yeah. So you start channeling it now at the beginning of your next turn before you actually take actions. It will be spent. And then at that turn, it'll.
read and action immediately on your turn.
Yeah, once it's done being summoned.
So beginning of next turn, they'll be there.
The casting time is 1 round. Not in standard action. Yeah, as soon as it's done being summoned, it will immediately attack. Okay. Van.
I'm going to pull out my special bone mutagen because
Okay.
I bulk up a bit, get a little uglier, but a little hardier. So I'm at 20 hit points now. That's a standard.
Woo!
And
Did you make a roll save?
no, I did not.
Roll high.
17.
You're not compelled.
Yeah, because I fixed critical save. Remember, it's none of my saves. But trade off for the con ones.
Yeah, sorry, that would have resolved first, and then you drank the potion.
Okay, yeah. That'll be my standard. I did the save.
You can move if you want.
I could move if I want.
Jump in the water. Helps.
I'm at a decent range to hit it. Did I notice that when it hit me, it was like I was just within range of the tentacle?
Oh no, it can hit pretty much anywhere on the ship. But you do notice that it seems to only have one reaction, so it's being a little more choosy about where he puts it. They don't have combat reflexes, so even though he attempted a sunder, it didn't provoke. Even though you just drank a potion, it didn't
I'll just take cover near the lifeboats the best I can while preparing my next attack.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You take cover. I'll give you a bonus of 4 to your armor class since you've got stuff reinforcing you. Grendia. Okay.
He's doing
What's the range?
30 feet.
Okay, do you have selective channel?
How close is this? I'm gonna rephrase. How close is he?
He's only 10 feet away from the edge of the ship, and you're 10 feet away from the edge of the ship, so he's got about 10 feet on you.
So, quick question to the group. I heal everyone, but heal the squid as well.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to cause the damage to the squid.
The mouse
He
is,
has.
So, do we heal this Kraken and us, or do I?
You, Grendir, do you have time to make this statement proclamation and then take a quick
You got
survey?
6 seconds, buddy.
No, well, then Grendir is going to cast Cure Series 1 zone, so
Okay?
spontaneously cast it.
Okay, what spell are you sacking?
Uh,
Or you can't sack a domain spell, that's the only reason I'm asking.
I'm getting rid of the curse.
Okay.
Is it easy, you mean? Because you don't have curse.
Okay. I figured I was gonna do something.
These flavored.
Okay, so you standard action cast a spell. You know you're in range for it to provoke, but he doesn't attack you.
Okay, awesome. So,
There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the
I heal myself for 23.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm going to, I guess, also take cover by the lifeboat. Can I draw one of those?
Yeah. Okay.
Do you have a pad of paper and pen?
Gauss?
I am going to roll a will save.
Yep.
Give me that one. So I am getting that alcohol. That will move.
Alright, so we'll say you get to the trapdoor to go below.
water. The whale's tail came up and caught her heads to the side, harpoon and fought her.
So that was Gauss. You nat 1, you double move down to the top of the crate, boat, cargo hold area. Right, will save.
You actually have
You get bonuses. This is an enchantment. You get +2. 7.
3 plus 2 plus 2.
You go to find alcohol.
You have a plus 2. What?
Rogues don't have good will saves. They get good reflex. I think that's about it. All right, so yeah, you head below deck.
Follow the kobolds. They know where the
You
button
follow the
is.
kobolds. You're down into one of the main storage areas, and you
I just
see
like
them.
I just like knee check them out of the out of the way. Alcohol. Where is it?
They've cracked open a couple barrels of rum, and they're starting to consume it.
We're gonna lose the entire crew to alcohol poisoning.
Nope.
No, they'll pass out.
Alchemist
first.
kindness. No hangovers needed.
All right. Let's see. The Kraken it doesn't like that you're trying to break its mandolin, so it's going to initiate a grapple with Rael. No, not Rael. With
Yeah,
Ricardo.
no, I'm fine with Rael.
With Ricardo and with Alec. And then it will use its remaining 2 tentacles to attack the ship again. It does have improved grapple, so these do not provoke.
Is this against my CMD or anything like that?
Yeah, this is against your CMD.
Okay.
I pretty much just have to not nat one.
Believe in you.
So against Alec, that's not a 1.
What'd you
I
get?
still want to know the
grapple.
total.
Huh?
What'd you get?
I have a 48.
I have an 18.
Okay. Yeah, you're grappled. And against Ricardo, this is his second attack, so he gets -5. That's going to be a 58.
Yep.
Okay. Alright. So he initiates a grapple with the 2 of you, and as his move action, he actually moves the 2 of you away from him and above water. You still have your sword in hand. Would you pull the spear out with you as you go?
No, I need something to grab onto this mandolin.
So
I
you
leave the speed.
you leave the
spear.
Okay.
Flicked it in there, so I have something to grab onto.
Okay.
The swimming and attacking is hard.
Yeah. But yeah, so he basically like holds you guys out above the water. And his attacks into the ship.
Maybe you're his gifts.
They all hit.
Yeah, you can do a shot. You don't have to grab. You can touch with your arm.
Yeah,
He's
right.
touching you. It's all nice.
Should be an automatic pass.
Should.
Should be.
It's only, I mean, it's a touch attack, and this
Yeah.
thing is 6, so you're not gonna miss.
Yeah. I have a plus.
Alright, so before item damage and hardness and stuff like that, I'll tell you guys how much damage he does. But I'm not going to tell you the actual defense of the ship.
Okay.
But the ship just took 68 damage.
Oh boy.
Don't worry, you could roll low. 68.
That was low.
Huh? The captain is next. The crew goes after the Kraken.
Can you shift the camera down? Can you see the Kraken?
Now that everybody's off of the crow's nest. Perfect.
I hate not to have it on the video.
So basically, none of the crow's nest matters.
Okay.
Does anyone?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, we got full crack.
Yeah, you guys did a great job.
Thanks.
Now it's gonna die.
Yeah, everyone's gonna die.
So Captain's turn, I believe?
The crew's turn.
Crew's turn.
So I will start with the captain. You notice that the captain seems immune to the compulsion.
Cool.
He summons up an acid arrow, and he launches an acid arrow at the Kraken. He just needs to knock nat 1. He gets a 12. So, Steve, since you like that spell, do you want to roll acid damage with the captain?
Sure. What level is he casting? Oh.
It's going to be 5d4.
4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Nice.
Splashed on the strings and melt the strings.
So you see him launch the arrow into the side of the Kraken. It impales itself at the base of one of the tentacle stalks. We'll say evens odds. Evens, it's the one that is grappling you. And it's kind of quickly burning through the base. So you think once the spell's finished, one or two good, maybe like shocking grasps into that tentacle could free you and have it break away. Again, he issues an order for the crew to get back into the fight and stop doing what they're doing, so I'm going to give them a bonus to their will saves. And we'll start with these two up top and then work our way below. Red. They both actually pass this turn. And so these ones will also come over and acid arrow. These two both pass, and we'll double move back up to here. This one passes, and we'll attack these two. Fail. So, Rael and two of the kobolds are still below deck. And now, these three launching their acid arrows into the Kraken. They all hit. Steve, do me a favor and roll 3d4, because each arrow for them is only doing 1d4.
1, 4, 7.
So 3 more acid arrows come and they start targeting the base of the tentacle that's grabbing you. So as they start to do damage and work through, you can see that that tentacle stalk starts to basically decompose and get destroyed by the acid damage.
I gotta cut this up loose before it gets to me.
Yeah. Alec, you are grappled.
I'm going to shocking grasp the motherfucker wrapped around me.
Okay, make a concentration check.
11 plus what?
It's going to be plus your caster level plus any miscellaneous modifiers.
So
Plus 5.
16.
16. What level is Shocking Grasp?
Oh. First level. Yeah, the DC is 17.
No, it's 15. It's 15 plus the spell level to concentrate. The grappled condition is you can only use one hand. You cannot make attacks of opportunity. You must make a concentration check to cast spells. In this case, there's absolutely no way you could beat the traditional 10 plus his CMB. So it's going to be 15 plus the spell level. So,
So
16.
16. I just made
You
it.
just make it. So you're able to cast.
Cool. So then shocking grasp. 8 on the die, so that touches you.
Yep.
4, 5, and I got another one there. 6. 10, 22, 27 electric damage.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Nope. Okay.
No. I'm still stuck in there.
All right. That should be the end of round 2. Ricardo, will save. Will save.
Fucking baby part of my 19, you asshole. 19 plus 7, so 26.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to cut myself loose.
Okay.
Can't break it, so gonna have to
You
cut
can
it.
target the tentacle.
I'm gonna have to target the tentacle.
Okay.
Come on, give me another 19. That's a 2. Enter.
Okay. Issa? So you finished casting Summoning Nature's Ally. Are they medium or small size? Or
Just large.
There's a shark in there.
There's a shark in there.
Use it!
Hey,
Alright, just for you, Jamie.
Oh, we're using that shark.
Yeah.
I
The
thought
other one's in the
other
candy
shark.
bowl.
It's a little like a shark.
Well, would you like the shark with a freaking laser on it?
No, it's fine.
My hand.
Alright, so that one, are you rolling its attack or your attack? Okay. Yep.
He attacks me. He's gonna aim for one of the tentacles that's or either of you three.
No, but it should be wrong. He can do more damage than me.
I'll start to go after the
When the talking is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed, and the
14. The shark cannot penetrate the thick hide.
Jesus Christ, there's fucking sharks here too? God damn it!
And it's trying to
What
get
did
to
you
you.
I know, what the fuck?
It's attracted to the
Alex, not good, very bad day.
It's like, I'm gonna gnaw this tentacle off. I'm gonna eat what's on the other end.
I wanted to see tentacle porn. This isn't what I had in mind.
That's getting
OGL?
Actually,
I don't
not
think
a
that's
violation of
yeah.
OGL.
No, we're good.
Okay. So that was the shark.
Watch your language.
Fuck you.
Language. Okay.
You just have to say pardon my French before you say it, and then go wrong.
With all due respect.
Use cone of acid.
Cone of acid.
I don't have it.
That'd be pretty dope.
Hey, I'll just take a ring from you. Yeah, so you can bounce off whatever you got.
You were left in the sticks, bud.
I tried, man.
Sorry, she doesn't have mending.
Evil's looking a little better each day.
Oh, look at that, my moral compass.
A 26 hits.
Oh,
Alright, guys. 20. It at least has less than a 26 AC.
Okay. All damage is good damage. You've brought it to an even 60.
I mean, that's
This is doable.
That gives us hope.
doable. Yeah.
That's doable. We can do that in
Until
this
we all
turn,
crawl away,
guys.
so go get drunk.
I still didn't.
Not
Focus.
Did you make your will
fire.
I think you just don't need to. Yeah, you just can't roll a 1.
I have the crit finish.
Alright. So you full attack, so all you can do at this point is really 5 foot step.
Yeah, unless you get back.
Okay. Van, make a will save.
Then she'll make a will save.
That's a violation of use of product.
That's not all. Man. I seriously doubt that a
You said
4
I don't know what the heck it is.
is going to succeed. Unless
What?
I get a major boon somewhere, it's a 4.
No, yeah, you're compelled to drink alcohol.
Low will buddies.
I gave back the bottle. No!
Downstairs you go.
But I don't know where the rest of the alcohol is.
It's gotta be downstairs.
Fuck off, Ben. The
Can I
alcohol's
run to the
mine.
captain asking
So
for alcohol?
you go downstairs, and you see them that they've opened up a couple of casks of rum and are drunken sailoring.
I pull a tankard out of my bag, but like, fill it up, boys.
Alright.
Smile.
Grindier, will save.
This is your specialty.
Would I actually be able to cast protection on myself before? Would that help at all?
It would help, but we'll do it next time.
What's it? 17.
Alright, you can function normally.
Alright. Well. Things are looking good. I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Ah,
Oh, snap.
He's pulling out the chicken dildo.
This is that one because it was in there.
no, I'll do it. Pretty close.
What are you talking about? It's fine.
Yeah, it comes into being and it attacks. So it can attack. It's going to hit it. Huh?
I know.
The light of the sun.
Is a 17 going to hit?
Versus,
See?
like, touch, flat-footed, or
I'm
regular
trying to affect. Where would I find that? I'm trying to find it.
in the spell description. Unless otherwise stated, it's probably normal armor
It
class.
strikes as a spell, not as a weapon. For doing it. Can strike creatures that have damage reduction.
Magic weapon of force.
So probably against their AC.
To Savage Bomb.
There
Yeah.
once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Belly of Tea. The winds blew hard, her bow
I don't
You
see
cast that.
anything.
It sounds like it misses.
So you're in the same boat as me. You got a crit finish for this.
He's been on the same boat as you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Minus 20 TM points.
Okay, plus
That hurt. You can see it.
I need those.
Oh, mind you, that's with the +1 quote.
A bastard! Sounds good, Josh.
Yeah. Sorry, reading.
Alright, Gauss.
No say. Oh. 16.
You can function normally.
We know what the DC is,
Best.
boys.
Boom.
Alright, I'm gonna go over the edge, whip out my light crossbow, and ping out.
And you're gonna shoot the Kraken
Or
or the cat.
Oh.
Grandeur whispers in your
He's
ear.
gonna bounce it off the Kraken into the
No one
cat.
can feel
Bang
it.
Alright, roll to hit.
Right.
this is Captain's AC.
Alright, it bounces off. Kraken hide.
Kraken skulls.
Anything else?
I got nothing.
Reload.
Rael will save.
2.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Hey! You sober up for a second. You're like, I should be killing stuff.
I need to
And I'll
kill
fix that drink for you.
monster.
Go have fun with that.
Alright, so move to get back on deck?
Yes, I do have to double move to get back on deck?
No, it's single move.
Single move? Alright, cool.
Jump off attack. Just
Yeah.
to the tracks.
You should voluntarily get swallowed and stab it from the
Inside.
Yeah.
Would that kind of sneak attack if I did that?
Yes.
I'd allow it.
Rule of cool, boys!
Don't do Brad.
Do it 100%.
He's
dude.
referring
You
to
can make
another
another character,
person
it's
who did
fine.
that. Don't listen to him.
Yeah, you could totally Drax.
We're going
the
for
hell
a
out of this.
record. Let's make 7 characters.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Well, I actually. Oh, okay. Can he get line of sight on me from this point?
He has line of sight to the whole ship. Like, he.
Size it.
If you really do want to go in water, I can cast water. So that way you have some sort of.
See,
What languages do you speak?
Elven, Undercommon, Common, Abyssal, and Common. But I don't think I can speak this.
I mean, nobody's tried talking to him yet.
I'll try talking to him. I'll talk to him in Abyssal.
Why? That's like language of demons and stuff. He's a magical beast.
He's a bard.
He's a bard.
Music of love.
He's singing
You
in
can only just
common.
speak common.
Power of
Love. Alright, I'll talk to him in common. Hey man, what's up? How you doing?
Alright, roll a diplomacy check.
I know. I'm not talking about you.
Apparently I'm a smooth talker.
That's YouTube. Not the audio.
Do you want to play it?
43?
Plus 20. I'll do it.
Okay.
43 diplomacy check?
Alright. You take him down from hostile to cautious. And he goes.
Why do my tentacles?
He stops singing for a second. So for this round, there's no more will saves.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's
And
huge.
I'm charging this bad boy.
he goes, what do you mean, what's going?
Any reason you're attacking us?
Yes!
That's a shark one.
Yeah, it's the shark
It's
continues.
He's like a teething puppy.
It's like a tick on his side, honestly.
Well,
Hey,
if
large size.
you
I think he's bigger than
let
it.
us go, we won't fuck with you anymore.
And why would I do that? I need food. I need gifts for Mariclaron.
She said she wasn't interested, bro. She said she just wanted to be friends.
What would it take for you to let us live and sail away?
Surrender all your gold.
All of my gold? Sure.
Everyone on board.
All right, I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're completely fine with this.
I'm all about this life right now.
'Cause we're not on
100%. That and I have 5 gold. So I'm totally okay with me
Yeah,
losing 5
we're not on board.
That too.
So I'll toss him
A gold to his
2,000
Witcher?
gold.
No, I want the XP.
Toss a
you
coin
start-
to your Kraken.
Fucking kill him!
So you start tossing it to him. He's like, "What are you doing? Just put it in a box." You think I'm gonna go look for that much stuff on the bottom? No. Put it in a crate.
Let's just put it on a lifeboat, toss it out into the water.
All right, fine. If you stop attacking us, we'll load all the gold we have in a crate, and then we'll give it to you.
All right. The captain interjects. We will do no such thing.
I'll
How
roll,
much
I'll roll
gold
to
did you
hit the
lose
captain.
by throwing
Are you-
Well, I just see the captain
Attacking
going,
the
the
captain?
fuck
Yes!
I am!
Yeah. Are
Yeah,
you-
I will 100%
You are
attack
attacking the captain.
Yes!
You're not trying to diplomacy the captain.
Fine, I'll diplomacy the
Thank
captain.
you! Oh my god!
All right. What do you say to the captain?
Dude, just come on, man. I'd rather live here with my life.
It's almost done! No, it's not. It's not even close.
It's not.
It's really not.
We've put maybe 20 damage into this bad boy. That's it.
And we know what his AC is at
Yeah,
least.
and I got nothing else I can actually hit. So.
Because you remember, your shocking grass is electric.
He
What do you mean?
you're like I don't even think you're a tenth of the way there.
We can
And I will.
But how close was the
diplomacy
Mandalay
check.
Another unwinnable
You had 10 hit
combat
points left.
situation. I'm shocked.
I will diplomacy with the captain.
in
Okay.
a craft construction.
All right. Roll your
There's
diplomacy.
no bell.
Does the plus 20 statically stay
No.
for the? Okay.
That was for one.
I was about to say that.
One to-
It's a single diplomacy roll.
Alright.
Yeah, but
Well-
the captain's diplomacy is much lower.
Shire.
He's a kobold.
Than the
That's a
Kraken?
16.
His determination.
It's our skin.
If you think it's gonna
You
I'm down.
will surrender all your money.
I'm below deck. I don't see you're here. Anymore.
Everyone on board will give you their money.
But I will give him nothing.
If we give you the gold and the captain, will you take off? Will you let us leave?
I can pilot the ship now!
And the Kraken's like, I have no use for you, scaly filth.
You
I
can
need
eat-
gold.
You can eat the captain.
I need jewels. I need magic items.
You can eat the captain.
The captain can
There ain't
cast
the last ship.
spells!
I'm full.
Full of shit.
I'm trying to work with you here, man. Come on. Toss us a bone.
Oh no, don't stop saying that while I'm in the grass, please!
He goes,
Choose your words wisely.
2,000 gold ahead.
We
All who pay may pass.
can't pay that, bro.
I'll give you 2,000 gold right now.
Yeah, for his head.
Put it in a box.
It's in the satchel. I'll give him 2,000 gold.
One of his giant ass tentacles comes up to take it.
Where's he putting it?
He eats it.
I throw it up.
Nice shit that tracks.
Did you poison the gold?
No.
Dumb motherfucker!
Yes, the drow may live.
Not after I get loose.
Who else wishes passage amongst the sea of Mariclaron?
Can
I
it?
don't have 2,000 gold, so yeah, it's gonna be a fun little time.
Yeah, we're having a great time now.
Do you have any magic items?
That they're willing to give up?
I
No.
have one weapon that's magical, and it's in my hand right now.
It's a
and
plus
the
one.
only way he's gonna get it is by killing.
Yep.
Oh. Well, he would say, "Give me your sword." And I shall let you
Wait, no,
pass.
I do have one item. I have the +1 shield.
Yes.
But what would overflow do?
Give me the shield and
We
I shall
already
let you
did
pass.
that.
Well,
You jumped
open
off
your
the
mouth
ship
and I'll give it to
speared
you.
him.
Van, toss me a bomb! Van, toss me a
But I'm
bomb!
still like,
At this point, you would have heard like the ceasing of combat.
wait.
Van, give me.
2,000 gold?
Oh wait!
But I've heard the 2,000 gold. Just heard.
Yeah.
Put the Tanglefoot bag behind the shield and toss the shield in.
All right, so he brings a tentacle up to start grabbing at your shield,
Take it. I don't wear a shield anymore.
He
I
takes
just do
it.
it weapons now.
eats it, and then puts you back down on deck. He puts you up here.
I got magic items for him.
I'm gonna run down and grab that kobold captain and go, he's got a ton of magical items! Take him!
Take him!
Give me the boy!
We'll give you the captain for the boy!
I literally
Take him!
watched 20 minutes of
Alright.
him steering. I can do it with my eyes closed.
All right, we'll go back into initiative at this point. So Ricardo, you
Oh, can I finish my turn?
your turn was negotiating.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. And now we're back to Ricardo.
Yeah, Ricardo. So you give him your shield and you get sat down on the ship. What are you doing?
I'm looking for a magic item to buy Alex's life back. It's not on me right now. Once again, I'm shopping.
Ah, okay.
Does the captain look like
You
he has
gotta-
something purchasable?
Yeah, you've got a lot of empty calories, and everybody's starting to look like a bread maker.
Yeah.
I'm in a bag of potato chips. Which one's the salt and vinegar?
Yeah. All right. So the captain has a pretty hefty amount of magic items. The crew are basically like level 1 spellcasters, so they just have their like eschew materials.
Yeah.
And that's
How
really
much
it.
are they worth?
Okay, so verbally, I tell the creature, it's like, I will give you a handful of magic items for the boy's freedom.
I need to see them.
I pick the captain up by the back of his pants and the back of his shirt, hold it over my head.
All right. So you try to initiate a grapple with the captain.
Yeah. Let's do
All
it.
right. Go ahead and roll.
Come on. Come on, buddy. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's CMB?
What happens if
Yeah.
you try to kill me?
So that's just die roll plus CMB.
Yeah.
That's me 17.
Okay. The captain submits, and he lets you pick him up, and he whispers to you, "Trade me last."
Yeah, sure. But I still gotta make the deal to get Alec back.
And
No
the
roll,
captain
no
like
check.
opens
Shut
up.
the fuck up.
The captain like opens up his robes and shows like he's got magic armor and he's got a couple other things.
Goodbye, Cobra.
Yeah. And the Kraken agrees, and he puts Alec back up on the ship.
And in
Thank And he goes to start reaching for the captain, and then the captain like smacks the tentacle away.
Oh, he had a choice. He thought he had a choice.
what would be the nomenclature of the youth nowadays? I
Yeet.
believe the term is yeet.
Alright, so you throw the captain, and
I did trade him last. We got Alec back. We need to obtain nobody else.
right, so you throw the captain. The ship stops moving.
That's a shame.
Like to a complete halt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you all go like shifting forward real quick.
I spilled.
Yeah.
The captain gets caught in a tentacle, and it's just kind of being held above the water, and he's trying to like fake get out.
You know what fixed that really quick? That Kraken just took that tentacle and just whacked it right against the water.
Or you just slap the captain to the side of the boat. Just bam. Yeah.
Just like a whip.
Or just crush him
Alright.
like a grape.
So then,
It's a kobold.
Yeah, but this is funny.
He's not going to get help from that kobold.
That was Ricardo's negotiation.
that was Ricardo. Issa
And that's what you
The
expect
Kraken
from a
looks to
Ricardo
you.
negotiation.
holds up 2 tentacles and goes, "You and the dog, pay up."
Give him the shark. It's magical.
The shark is magic.
Arguably, the shark is magical.
He's still. I just like to think it's still gnawing on like.
Are we really paying this thing off?
Some of us are.
I just got a captain traded for me.
Yeah, you're living the high life right
No,
now.
I got
Once
a
again,
captain
I didn't
traded
trade the captain, just his magical equipment. He's going to give us the captain back.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
There's lots of things.
Like I have a wand. I have a really special wand. Feather stuff. Has 41 charges. I'll pay for her.
Well, no, like
And you didn't use that to get to the Kraken?
You went
combat.
first.
What do you do?
we could have.
Mm-hmm.
We just had this.
We still can.
We
Yeah, I can jump and stab again.
Don't worry.
even if it
I mean,
gets
maybe if the mandolin breaks.
You don't have what?
No, but we can plug our ears.
I have some. No, I quick thing. I mean,
You know what? I feel like we could give it a Grandy or
wasn't
two and
expecting
get
to go
out of here
against the
scot free.
spellcaster
That
today,
armor's worth
okay?
1,500.
To be fair, I can see why you wouldn't have prepped silence.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys weren't expecting Bard Kraken.
Or any
That's kind of out of left
That's
field.
very left field for you.
I wasn't specifically predicting that, but I did say, yeah, it's going to be a large creature. It's going to be augmented from its normal
I
abilities.
got stuff more for like buffing, but those none of those help for the situation.
You could always jump in and sacrifice yourself to free us all. Your weight alone would have enough to get us through. You have a lot of magic items,
How much of a
and your armor's
discerning
worth
eye
1,500.
does this Kraken have?
Huh?
How much of a discerning eye does this Kraken have?
What do you mean by discerning eye?
Like, can he knows exactly what magical items are?
Could he
Oh, yeah,
spot
he's
us
a
a boozy?
spellcaster.
Okay. I was about to say, could I lie to him?
You can attempt to bluff the Kraken.
Wait, don't we have any gems in party loot?
We do have
I,
some gems.
Oh, we do have a
I
pile
don't
of
have
gems.
anything to put them in. I have them. They're in our big bag.
We have boats.
You have
right
boats and crates and
there.
stuff on ship.
Well, I've got 1,000 gold
We
piece
have-
worth of gems.
I got something special for him.
You gonna put the Tanglefoot bag in his throat?
What's
Gonna
that
give him
be?
gunpowder.
No, he wants
Oh, God.
2,000 for
Yes!
you and
With-
2,000 for Asher.
Blake!
I don't know.
Blake, I figured it out. It's brilliant.
Your bow's worth 2,000. No. So you don't want to give your bow.
No.
Okay,
Okay.
Dylan. Blake's gonna give the Kraken the secrets
Granted,
to
also-
gunpowder.
You can thank me for that idea.
Here we go.
Wait, what was it?
Give the
him
Kraken the
gunpowder.
secrets to gunpowder. Thus sending the Herald of Ovo Novo after him. And he's on water all the time. He'll never get away.
Sure, try that. I made no promise.
Grandier does
That's
not-
actually kind of a genius idea.
Yeah.
You just give him a
It
bag
would
and be
screw
like,
you over first, though.
no,
No, he
we're
won't.
not
We'll be on the ship where he
Van-
Alright, so Issa passes his turn without surrendering anything. Van.
Good idea.
Van would have to have come up to the upper deck at this point.
Yep.
Would have probably gotten briefed on what's going on.
Yep.
So
And I will-
charcoal.
Put in a small little extra sack, and I never know. 10 particular potions, say, here you go.
And one pouch of gunpowder.
But I would have taken the lids off and very carefully handed it to him.
What potions are you handing him?
10 embalming fire retardant potions. But since he can only know that it's magical and I assume not instantly identify stuff,
He's not an alchemist. He's a spellcaster.
the things that only work for undead.
Right. Yeah.
He puts it in his mouth, right?
No.
Does he want the potions?
No,
then?
he wants you to bottle them back up, like put the lids on. These are meant to be gifts.
Sleight of hand to see if he doesn't see that.
Well, they're in a sack.
Do you want me to help you with that? Because that'd be very good.
See, he needs some
Yeah,
religious
you'd
points.
have to roll sleight of hand to try to, because you're trying to poison him.
Can I help him?
What exactly are they?
Sure.
Sleight of
Embalming
hand would
fluid,
be
basically.
28.
24.
He's got to roll his perception.
Oh, that's super high, except for the fact that he can't see. He's got no eyes.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what they are. He just knows they're magical potions.
Yeah. What would you get?
28 plus whatever he gives me.
Okay.
Tell him they're like
He, like,
aphrodisiacs or
Takes the
something.
bag, but he doesn't eat it.
No, but bluff him then. Tell him like they're aphrodisiacs or whatever that thing is that makes you attractive. You know,
Aphrodisiacs?
hormone, whatever. Maybe.
Yeah, so you can woo Mariclaron.
It's
Do it.
tentacle wax.
Should I cut?
Okay. No, he
Someone
takes the
can
bag,
bluff that.
Yep.
but he does not eat it.
Okay. I paid.
Okay.
I gave him magical potions. If he's going to let him just hang out in the
Yeah.
open, he might
He-
lose him in the sea.
Yeah, he goes, you may pass.
Of course.
So who else needs to?
Oh, by the way, those only last for so
This
long.
one and this one and this one still need to figure
Actually, I
out.
want to offer one other thing.
No, I don't
I
think
pull out
Asher
another
counts.
vial saying,
You said
Oh,
take this.
I'm kidding.
If you're trying to impress her, a little bit of this in you goes a long way.
What are you handing him?
A vial of troll's blood. That's almost at the point of starting to regrow.
Okay.
Because we're like, I'm pushing that limit on the amount of time.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
So he gives you the bag back and tells you to put it in the bag.
okay, sure.
So troll's blood inside some embalming fluid. Lovely.
Yeah.
It's gonna, if it comes out, it might mutate into some sort of fire retardant embalmed troll.
Yeah.
How fast do they grow back?
I think from a vial of blood, it would take him a couple weeks.
For the results.
Okay.
I'll have a Drax in him.
Okay. So Grendir.
Huh. Well, I do remember that we had a bag of jewels in the cart. Correct.
Yeah.
Carkeeper.
Only
I
1,000.
will tell the Kraken that I will return. I have to go downstairs where my jewels are actually kept,
Okay.
and then come back up with them.
Okay. He lets you move. He lets you pass.
Negotiating.
So I go
So we get
downstairs
the name.
Pretty much.
to the bag of jewels. I praise to see how much 2,000 exactly would be from the bag of jewels.
Okay. It's DC 20.
It's a praise.
It's
Oh,
intelligence
that's
based.
pretty
You
good.
might have a chance.
I have a
Yeah, I
chance.
thought we had that as one of your things.
Yeah, it's there. It's there. Just, hoping for a good dice roll here. Yep. All right.
This could be a new. What are you trying to do?
Continue.
He's trying to appraise the exact value of how many gems are in the bag.
1,000.
1,000.
But he's
for all-
appraising
All
it,
the
not
gold.
being
We
reading it
already
off
have
of
that.
anything.
What'd you
And
get?
that bag isn't in the cart. I have it.
Well, then I didn't find the bag.
Okay, so you go. You tell him that you're going to be coming back with gems, and you
Yeah.
leave, and you find no gems.
Dun, dun, dun.
Really digging yourself a grave there, guy.
Okay.
That's okay. His one-handed blind
Now.
god
Is
will
there
help
anything
him.
in the cart that was magical?
You had the cart.
Yes,
Yes.
the donkeys.
I mean, you could say soap for some. I don't know. You have good luck written on here. I'm not sure what that is, but
Wow.
Yeah, great bookkeeping, by the way,
Yeah.
gentlemen.
right,
Why don't
Gauss.
we just feed it the donkeys?
Because he's not hungry.
I can
Well,
get you.
I'm going to pass my turn. I've already moved all the way down to them.
Yeah. Gauss.
Alright, I'm gonna walk over to Grindir and say, cast protection from evil on me. I
He's
need
downstairs.
whatever, I'm gonna walk down there then.
Yeah.
I need protection from mind affecting abilities. I'm sure you have a spell for that.
I do. You'd have to wait for me.
You can. You didn't really do anything. You can go ahead and cast Prod Evil. Okay. You cast Prod Evil.
Ta-da!
Is that it?
You are convertible.
Yep, I'm gonna cast now invisibility on myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk back up. Well, no, I don't have enough movement for that, but I will next turn.
Okay.
Where'd he go?
Rael, you're all squared away already. Do you do anything?
Go down into the cargo bay, and I'm going to clock all of the items that are not ours that are worth value.
Okay. Roll an appraise.
You find a boat.
Natural 20 for a 23.
Okay, so most of what they have are trade goods that are used in the construction and repair of ships. They do trade gold for gold as trade goods.
How much gold is
So
there?
they've probably got about 6,000 gold worth of repair goods between like seasoned planks, waxes, fats, oils, tar, thatching, extra sails, all that kind of stuff.
And remember, she likes shipwrecks, so if he just gets a bunch of shipbuilding supplies, it looks like he just wrecked a ship.
That's the Kraken equivalent of stuffing a sock in your pants there. How dare you?
Yeah, that's exactly
Hey,
what it
but
is.
she'll never know, or at least
So there's no
think
like hard gold sources.
Don't find out.
Not really, now that you find, but you're not
Yeah.
checking the captain's
I was
quarters.
about to say, I'm gonna go to the captain's quarters and do the same thing if I can get to that.
Okay.
Unless it's on the. Is it on the?
It's
top
up
ship?
here, yeah, right in front of the steering wheel.
Right. I'll go. I'll make my way over there.
Okay, we'll say you go ahead and get there.
Okay.
He's the reader.
Yeah, there you go.
Is it locked?
So, no.
Can I make my way in then?
Sure. You go inside. Standard captain's room, charts, mapping, navigational equipment, his bed, some personal stores, his wardrobe, all that kind of stuff.
I'll case the room.
Okay. He has some luxury non-magic clothing that would like be a very pompous, boisterous, charismatic boost to his.
Throw it all.
Ego.
We'll throw it all in the bed and use it as fodder. Any false planks?
No.
Any false bottoms in drawers?
You don't find any.
Or
You do find some jewelry, but it'd probably only be about 500 gold worth.
That still helps get us
Closer.
closer This guy sucks.
Okay. So that's L. The Kraken comes over and starts like trying to pick up Asher.
No, hit it.
Okay. It recoils at your strike, and then you hear it attack the ship and start like destroying the bottom of the hull.
No, why? What's going on?
No idea. And he's like, "My extortion, I require it now,
At least he's honest.
or I will sink the vessel."
Appreciate
At this point, you can see that the crew have started to like freak out, and they're all like, A, not only do we not have enough money to save ourselves, but B, you guys keep doing shit, and it's like putting the captain in danger. And the captain seems pretty calm, and they don't understand what's going on.
Me and him have a plan. We got
too calm.
So they actually start loading into lifeboats and trying to lower lifeboats down on this side of the ship.
Those lifeboats probably.
Ooh,
80
that's
gold?
not smart. Get into a different vessel that he's not offering protection for.
I mean, that's what they start doing.
Ooh. How much do you think one of those lifeboats cost? 100 gold?
Maybe like 15. But he's looking for gold, jewels, and magic items,
He's
not
trying
just
to press his
goods.
elite.
Yeah.
Give him the bag of jewels from inside your bag.
Alright. The captain issues a quarter to the crew to abandon
It's
ship
only good for
and
half
to
the
rendezvous at the Waystone. And then that's kind of his. He passed his turn.
Do I hear that?
Yeah, he shouts it to the crew.
I'll make a mental note.
Alec?
I have been paid for, but
But other people haven't.
I know, and I'm trying to figure out how much I have so I can
What do
give
we
up.
got? 3 people left.
You got
Four.
Asher, the animals.
The fact that we have to pay for the dogs is a little weird.
Wait, the
You know
animals?
that.
Fuck the animals minus Asher. Not Asher. Asher is understandable. The tick and tack, fuck them.
Dig
Nick
yourself
and Nack,
deeper with Gendry.
Patty whack. I'm
How
gonna give
much?
this dog a bone, and I will use. Is the
I-
wand of feather step 41 charges good?
For buying
He
multiple.
doesn't know it's a wand of feather stuff.
Yeah, he just knows it's a wand.
I have a wand, a magical wand that can cast many times. You can only usually do it 3 or 4 times. This one has 41 times.
Roll a diplomacy.
Yes. 15 to a 13.
Okay. You see him like basically take the bag that he was given from Van and like bring it over to you, and he tells you to, put the wand in the bag, and he asks, since you've already been paid for by the captain, who are you, helping with this?
The dog.
The dog. All right, the dog may go.
Healer will remember
DM question.
Yeah.
Goals cost from Boots of the Cat.
I think that's actually pretty high up there. We'd have to check it.
I will if it gets these 3 people gone, so we can get through this. I will give them up.
Well,
What are you giving up?
My Boots of the Cat.
Well, how much were the potions?
1,000 gold.
We still have the Tomes of Arcana.
Yeah.
Oh! Wait, you have...
I have the tomes of Arcana.
What
No,
do
I
you
have
have,
the
the
tome of
tapestry?
history.
Yeah, Tome of Arcana is a
I've got
fine bag of
some
gold in that
capturing.
I
I
have
haven't
currently.
read. Wait, what did the tome of Arcana do?
It's one of the ones that we picked up from.
This
Those are the
one
ones that we
haven't
can't
seen
read
yet,
because
though.
they're in commission.
Yeah, they're in commission.
Yeah,
So
we
for all we
Okay,
know,
we saw them.
they could have something relevant to what we need to do.
Damn, how much were the potions worth? They were that embalming, fire retardant potion for undead.
They were
And I'm learning
worth enough. for him to
Those
think
are
it
like a
was.
rare crafting component, so each
I'm
one
at
was
the
like
point where I can
100.
just now start
100 each?
Yeah.
We
So
still have
10,
Earth
so
Glow. We can
1,000.
take him.
That's tough.
Yeah, give up
But
a
he
little
doesn't,
blow. He's wearing
you know.
full
And
plate.
I was feeling
1500
vile
right
troll
there.
blood, so yeah.
Yeah, he's like, you're good.
Yeah. I was seeing if I
So,
could cover everyone else.
but with that, you can kind of connect the dots that like
He has no idea.
he has no idea. He's just using his intimidation to do that.
Okay.
He's like, well, so what skill is appraised based off of?
Intelligence.
Intelligence, and bards are a what caster?
Charisma. So I could
So-
I could literally give him like a shitty weapon and he'd be okay.
You give him a costume jewelry.
I
You'd be
hold
like,
out.
Yes.
I pull out 10 silver arrows. I say I wasn't wanting to get rid of these, but for the rest of my crew.
Now that's a little different because that's like ammunition. That's not a magic item. Where it's like what I'm suggesting is you might be able to fudge some stuff with a magic item,
No.
but like a couple drops of silver on the tip of an arrow, like he's
I will.
not gonna.
I will do that.
He
Yeah.
can pretend it's magical. He doesn't know any better.
I will
He
do
can
that.
know if they're magic. He'll know if they're magic,
Unless he casts detect magic, you know.
right?
Can we
Well,
reroll to me?
Whose turn is it?
Da, da, da.
All right, fine. I take.
I think it's Alex.
Is it Alex's turn?
Yeah, because he just gave him the wand.
Yeah.
So, but exactly like you gave him the wand, he has absolutely no idea how much it's actually worth.
Is alchemist fire magical?
No,
Acid
no,
is
Does holy water count as
Holy water?
magical?
no.
cure light wounds does.
All right. So,
All right. I take the scroll of summon monster that we have,
okay.
and I take. No, fuck that. No, I'm keeping that. I'll take my shield scroll that I just made and the touch of intimacy scroll that I have, and I'll hold up 2 magical, 1 for each.
For those two.
Yeah.
You can't even see that.
I
one.
created a whole bunch of
Yeah.
scrolls before we went on this, so.
Both scrolls gets you the dwarf.
Fine. Alright, so I give him 2 scrolls, and then I have 1 more.
Fluff and say something your mightiest scroll. Worth 2, if not 3 of the other one.
Pretty much, I'd say fine. Last one.
The great Lord Tyr allowing deception.
To
save his ass?
Yeah!
Let me
Look.
just tell you.
In the words of Tyr, I didn't see anything.
Tyr's also all for haggling.
That's all.
If the rightful
I had
ruler,
like $800
and sometimes the
starting
ruler has to
episode, but I bought a
deceive
whole
his
bunch of
people.
scrolls. I didn't use them during the fight, so now I'm using them to get rid of this shit.
Yeah. All right. So raise your hand if you've been.
I got him.
Eight.
saved.
for?
Yeah, you two.
So I have
you,
one
you,
more.
Asher and the dwarf. So it's
Is
just.
it my turn yet?
And the
well,
crew.
He's
you,
invisible.
Yeah, you go invisible.
I know. Well, yeah. I
But
do.
he
Oh,
doesn't
wait.
hunt
He
by
doesn't-
sight.
That's fine. We're
Doesn't
good.
know that.
Yeah.
We're good. So he's invisible.
Yeah. So it's just.
Can we go?
Yeah, the crew still, and the captain.
No.
She goes. He like takes the tentacle over and like pokes her a few times. It's like this one.
Right in the rib.
Yeah, right in the rib. Thank you.
Do you
Fine.
have anything left?
I hold out another scroll.
Actually,
And
wait.
my shark jump up and grab me.
Hold on, Alec. I have something. Good sir, what is your name?
You cannot pronounce my name in the tongue of mortals.
Bobbin.
Oh, what?
Try.
What
What's-
language is it?
Uh,
Kamish.
I come from. My kind and I, we come from the plane of water.
Water.
Yes.
Water indeed.
The plane of water.
You're right. Probably difficult to pronounce
I
that.
miss all.
I
Yeah,
was gonna
'cause of all
save
the
this for
bubbles.
something else, but if you want, I pull out 1,500 vials, troll spray, but it doesn't come off magical. But like the one I gave you, this substance just keeps regenerating, keep you going. And I think might help you. If
Yes.
I'll give you all of these, but if let everyone else go so we can move on adventure and return our the captain, please.
And the captain.
Yeah, because he controls ship.
No. Vials for.
Her and the rest of the kobolds.
We could care less.
You already
Yes,
said you
but the
weren't
captain is
hungry.
mine.
No. We should keep one kobold.
Are you keeping the captain alive?
Yes.
We are keeping one kobold.
Okay.
That
So that means
No.
everyone but the captain's taken care of now.
All right.
I want to cast. a
Thanks for the
spell.
ship.
Because I said all the kobolds, that includes him.
Yeah. So you want to cast a spell?
I want to cast a spell.
What spell do you want to cast?
Fireball.
Message.
Okay.
I would cast Fireball if I had it, but
You want me to cast fireball?
no. I cast Message, and I'm gonna bluff to pretend like it's the captain speaking because it transmits sound, not anything else.
Yeah.
But isn't it straight into their?
There.
No, well, I just read the thing that said sound, so it's the cantrip, not the other one, not sending.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I want to say, I am the captain of this ship. I will drink all those potions and become the most handsome. You won't take them from me.
Okay.
I want to bluff him into thinking that performance check.
Into thinking what?
That the potion's
the
right.
captain's saying
On
that.
the die.
That every vial I've given him is going to make him
He wants him to kill the
stick.
captain.
27
'Cause the
performance check
Jesus.
to be the captain, trying to drink the handsome potions in that bag.
So he's grappled. He like can't get. He can't
Squeeze him
get
like
to
Yeah,
a
but
squeeze him
It's
like
gonna make
that's
the
a
squid
really
worry.
jealous squid.
Yeah, he's here to get some love, so he's
What?
gonna go after it.
He's here for Mariclaron, man.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna drink that
Dude,
stuff
this
right
is
now.
like we
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know
so
if
you-
this is the Gerard Butler of Krakens. Come on.
Yeah, like. So
Could be the
Listen, the way Dylan's speaking, he's not the Gerard Butler of.
Alright.
yeah, so he.
Unless the squid drinks the potions, I will drink the handsome potions first.
The squid is like, you can try, but I'm literally holding both of the potions and you, and
And you gotta eat
And
his
now the
both.
captain is confused as
yeah,
fuck,
and you're
going.
not going anywhere. All right.
We paid for everyone.
Okay.
But the captain was still in the squid. That's it. And the shark's still went.
Yeah. The shark's still gnawing on him.
Alright.
He might have crit by now.
I'll let him know
Great.
he can keep the
No,
captain.
All right. So what are you guys doing now?
We already have the kobolds.
Are you gonna try to rescue the captain, or are you gonna go?
The captain
I'm
has
gonna
a
wait
plan.
for the captain to enact his brilliant plan.
Yeah. You already told everybody else to jump off the ship.
I don't
and
know what I'm
leave.
paid for. I'm looking through the carts and the rest of the cargo hold for jewels.
I already did that.
So
Yeah, we can
so the kobolds lower the lifeboats
We
into
have
the
shit.
water, and they start
I informed them
basically
that-
like rowing west back toward the
I
coast.
cast Mage Hand.
On.
The bag. I try and pull the bag away. Towards the captain.
Okay.
Make it
No.
look like the captain's
Yeah.
stealing
Like
it.
the bag A is yes, less than 5 pounds, but the bag is attended, and you have absolutely nowhere the strength capacity of the Kraken.
Don't
so you
need it.
so you like jump you like
It's
you know
magic.
tug on it a little bit, but like
Yeah,
Yeah.
but does the Kraken notice
Tug
it's
on it.
no,
leaving
there's
my
a
palm?
storm going on. Like it's probably attributing that to wind.
I'd also
I
call
give
out
up.
to the kobold saying, "You're paid for. You don't have to go. Come
Yeah.
back."
Yeah, no, the kobolds are listening to the order to abandon ship.
The cargo captain to
Is
take
everyone
our
paid
ship.
for?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. And so the captain starts trying to convince the Kraken to eat him, and that like
Just Tommy Lee Jones. Eat me!
eat me.
I'll just tell the Kraken you can kill him now.
He's got a plan. Don't eat him.
Now,
Let me put it this way. You're more recommending to the Kraken, hey, do it now. I can't tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I 100%. I'll roll the diplomacy check so he can do it.
with a 27 bluff, I can't get him to eat the potions. Why would he even bother eating the captain?
Because he's delicious and full of koboldy
the-
nutrients.
I don't want him to eat the captain. I just want him to kill him.
You already know that the reason he's not eating the potions and for himself is because they're to be gifts.
They're handsome potions. That was a 27 bluff. He should believe that.
I mean, that was one of his better rolls.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was.
Yeah, so
Yeah, a little bit.
can,
Alright.
can I just be like, hey man,
Most
we've already
powerful
paid.
performance check.
We just want to leave.
All right. He starts to like swim away over towards where the
Can we
Oh,
watch?
no,
other
no,
shipwreck.
but-
Wait. Can we watch you kill him?
what?
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna eat him.
Why
I'm
not?
gonna bring him to her. He's gonna be our new court jester.
Oh, that's kind of lame. I wish you would just kill him, honestly.
It's okay. We understand you don't actually have the ability to eat.
No.
He keeps swimming away.
All right.
He's
well,
done. No good.
Yeah, we're done. We
Alright.
got a ship.
Is the-
I man the
We
helm and
have-
get ready to take off.
I've got them. I know where the navigation equipment is.
He's like, oh, okay.
Congratulations. We're going
I
that
poke-
way.
I poke my head up and go, "Is it gone?"
Yeah.
We
the
got
captain's
a
gone.
ship,
Fantastic.
guys. We got our
Who
own
needs
ship
channeling?
now.
I can do that. That's a great thing I can do.
What's the range of flaming sphere?
Magic. We can actually use
Can't
the real
stop it.
wind and all that shit to actually experience where we gotta
100,
go.
yeah,
Do
150
you see any
feet.
sails?
No,
Okay,
yeah.
ship's still not moving.
Yeah.
Did you flying sphere him?
Nah, I'm flaming spearing the kobolds that are escaping.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I thought you were gonna do it to the Kraken. I'm like, no!
Did we expect anything less?
I forgot. Burn.
Priorities.
So the kobolds.
Just burn the no.
sailing
Don't
away.
even do the kobolds. Burn the lifeboats.
Oh yes, the light
Everything
bulbs are
catches
fine.
on fire anyway. It's a flaming sphere. Everything within like 15 feet.
Everything
10 feet.
burns in the world.
All right, so you kill the kobolds.
Jesus.
It had to be
Fucking
done.
cold.
You basically just like cook them alive with a flaming spear.
Do you hear their screams?
Nicely
So you guys are on the ship.
So we lost it.
Yeah, and it's just you guys
It's just float.
On a galleon.
on a galleon.
Is there like a
Hey, free
how to run
galleon.
a sailboat for the idiots book on the ship?
No, but we have
You could search for one.
we have the charting.
He knows how to do
You
it
know-
for most
I
part.
know how to steer.
Wait.
I
You
know how to control the
You
ship.
know
What am I
where
using?
north is,
What am I
correct?
doing?
Okay.
Yes, I think the compass in my pocket might tell me.
You find no instruction manual on how to operate the ship.
Where were we? Like on the map.
We weren't in the bay yet.
They're somewhere here.
All right, so
There.
You haven't
Um,
even reached
really the full part
we need to head north by northeast or northwest, technically.
We want to go northwest.
Well, remember, there's a maelstrom that way.
Yeah, we haven't.
That's not a world.
We'll learn.
We need the captain.
we should head.
Well, we don't have it, so get over it.
We need to head west and get to the shore.
We're gonna learn as we go.
So we're gonna just trek by land
Since
rather
I have
than.
woodworking as a profession, I'm gonna go down and attempt to fix whatever damage was done.
Okay, so you go down and you assess the bottom of the hull. You find that there's probably 2 days worth of labor that needs to be done, and the ship is currently taking on water.
Alright, so I yell at everybody, ship's taking on water, get down here, I'll tell you what to do.
Men,
Alright.
like the wind.
Yeah, I would like
mending.
to.
Mending. Lots
We
of
have all the
mending.
materials in here.
It helps.
Yeah, but mending-
Magic helps.
You need to hold the materials in place in order for
We
the
can-
bending to
we can-
work.
I proceed down deck to assist.
Yep.
All right, so
We tar,
So,
we tar the holes, place wood planks over them, nail them down so they seal, and then we seal the. After we seal them, we put whale fat on them so that they don't leak water.
Yeah, that.
okay.
She knows how to do all that.
So, that takes you guys about an hour. There's quite a bit of pumping to do in order to get all this.
How much water do we
Thank
take
you.
on?
Pretty much the entire
Belly?
the entire base cargo area is about thigh deep. The animals are now forced to stand.
Dude, that's.
Several hundred gallons.
That's fine. We can pump it all out.
That'll take
Takes
a couple
minutes.
hours to.
Gallons?
Yeah, but it's sealed, and so we just do shifts.
Take 5.
Well, how many buckets do we
20.
have? And then
You
how
guys
many
are able to find some
shaped
buckets,
water
but-
cantrips can we use?
But you guys find 0 ballast
Infinite
pumps.
cantrips.
So it's all bucket.
Well, it's all for them. It was all magic.
For us, it's all buckets and
Yeah.
the occasional magic spell. Alright, so, do we want to take our chances and travel north on our own accord, or do we want to head back to the coast?
I say head to the coast. We don't know enough about sailing to hit a maelstrom.
Head to the coast.
All right, once
Take a
again,
lifeboat to the
your
coast.
goddess Tyr, not Colonel Sanders. We're taking the boat. I attempt to raise the sails.
Okay.
We can take the boat. I'm just saying head to shore. So
It takes a team of 5 in order to undo the sailing.
How much knowledge would I have of sailing?
Does Asher count? I think Asher counts.
I think I should count.
0.
A little to 0?
Yeah.
I mean,
We'll
that's
just hold a rope on the ground.
Figure it out.
Take this, pull that way.
I mean, we'd have time. We'd figure something out.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We have
Well,
fun.
let's end here for the
There are
night.
powers
Okay.
of the-
Couple things that I'll disclose. You may have some spells that may be able to help you. Mainly the Divine Caster, since you have access to the full list. Divine Casters, since you also have the Druid.
Oh shit! Does he have?
that's all the spell probably.
So you may be able to summon help in the way of elementals. You may be able to ask for help. Other like
Water elemental will help us, and wind elementals will help us too.
yeah,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I have
It's not necessarily going to. They're not necessarily going to be able to teach you how to sail, but they're be able to use their command to help guide the ship magically.
Okay.
right? As opposed to using the ship in the traditional mundane
I
fashion.
have spells left. I can summon
Okay.
the
Okay.
elementals to help us.
How do you feel about the skeletons of the kobolds?
The what?
The skeletons of the kobolds manning the ship.
That's not. That's
a literal
that's,
skeleton.
That's fine.
We're talking about the
Skeleton crew is a cleric spell.
I can use it.
That's
There's-
pretty
You
good.
sure about that?
It's necromancy.
Yeah,
It's
that's
an evil
pretty
spell.
good though.
I would.
I don't know if it's evil.
Think that too.
I know
We'll
that
go
I
with this
could
one.
do that.
Really
I don't
cool.
know if I should do that. I will
can learn it, too.
first. I will first cast augury, which allows to tell me if it's a action is going to be good or bad. And I asked Tyr, the good lord, if I could summon a crew of skeletons in order to guide my ship back to shore, and then abolish them to the depths of hell afterwards.
Alright, you get the feeling that's a good idea.
All right. So I'm going.
That's
to,
evil.
So we're gonna flame.
You're
we're gonna
using
flame
necro. You're
these-
using
these
negative
four-
energy to bring them back
Don't
to
have
life.
to.
That's evil. Why would Tyr let him
Not
do
much
something
left.
evil like
Well,
that?
we're still probably gonna
Because
have
the
to
spell
skin
doesn't
off.
have the evil descriptor, it's just
But
necromancy.
it's negative energy bringing them back to life.
Yeah.
That's evil.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
Why
yeah.
would a
also
good
be
Why would a
going
good god
in the
let
body.
evil energy happen?
We're
Oh,
not
here's
doing
the
this.
better
totally
question.
doing
Why
that
would
bullshit.
Alex
We're
give a
not
fuck?
doing this discussion
Oh, no.
again.
Because I'm
Do
being
the
a
thing.
dick.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I'm doing it
I
on
sit,
purpose.
I speak a moment. I look for the good Lord Tyr to give me his might, and I
Just the
summon
Lord
forth-
Tyr, not the
You'll have
Lord.
to do this tomorrow because you didn't prep skeleton crew.
Can I just
Do it twice.
do it tomorrow?
Well, you can also re-prep it if you want, but
Yeah, can I just take the net 10 to like do it over and over again, or net 20? Because you have the whole
no,
day.
you can never take a 10 or a 20 on those checks.
You had your spellcraft too.
But yeah, 100%.
16.
What level spell is it?
It's a third level spell for clerics.
You
We
fail.
just add spellcraft, or do we get to add?
You
it?
had to roll 18.
Spellcraft. It's a spellcraft check.
Try one more time. And then
Yeah,
I guess
roll
we'll do
19.
next time.
You do.
Yeah. I do. Yeah, I have 21.
Okay, so you get skeleton crew back. Okay, so over the course of basically the rest of the day, you repair the ship, search the ship, get the bodies of a few of the kobolds back, so you can actually raise them for skeleton crew, and you devise a plan to summon a mixture of wind and water elementals to help you control the ship.
I can also do summon monsters so I can get small elementals.
Yeah. So, now that you've kind of shambled together a way to influence the ship, are you going to take it to the coast, or are you going to take it north?
I assume we can head to actually the tip of the other side of the bay. You see what I mean?
Caradorn?
Yeah, Caradorn, and then follow the shore upward and then up around. 'Cause
Through the
there's-
burning wastes.
But we
And the
have a
desert?
crew now.
Uh,
Why don't we just continue the original plan?
Because we'll be heading right into death area with
Maelstroms,
giant krakens.
which is what everyone else is worried
a
about.
kraken mating
Yeah,
area.
yeah,
per
but
se.
it's like we already did that. Like, you know, that was the plan anyway, to take the
Correct.
ship through
Yeah, that
No,
was, that
I'm-
was
I'm
always
okay
the
with-
plan.
Sailing the
Yeah.
ship through.
the. Okay, let's sail up. Continue course.
I'm fine with that as well. But then again, I have a low wisdom score, so
Would I know it's a good idea to stay on the boat or go to the water?
So,
Or land?
the augury of the question was take the ship to the coast.
That's,
I
Okay.
thought it was to use the skeleton crew, but yeah.
To
yeah.
take the
Oh.
ship to the
Okay.
coast.
Right. All of it's coast. Just it's that coast.
That's a
or
good
that.
idea then.
All right, then I'm going to.
I'm about to jump out and fucking swim.
Okay.
We got two lifeboats, right? Yeah.
Got three.
Fucking go.
I'm just saying, going to the shore would probably be the better.
Onward
You're
to the
one that made
shore.
the skeleton
No, no, no.
Yeah.
Josh. So
Yeah.
you make
It's
the
your
decision.
call, dude.
Well, I'm not going to do something that the rest of the party is going to disagree. So
No.
You're gonna have.
You
a
asked
You're
your
not
God
going
if
to
it
get
was a good idea
consensus
to
on
bring
this.
up a
Some
skeleton
people
crew
want to
and
do
go
it
to the
one way,
coast.
some
Dan.
people want to do it the other.
Yeah, just
How
say Tyr
close?
said the shore.
How close? How close could we skirt the coast to keep going north? Like I know there's turbulent weather and stuff.
Well, yes, definitely. There's definitely like turbulent weather. You would only need to be a couple hundred feet away from the actual shoreline in order for the ship to go through. So you could still hug the coastline, and then
it
in
would
case
just take
of
a
an
little
emergency,
longer to get there.
yeah, and in case of an emergency, lower the
Dog,
lifeboats.
yeah, dog.
I say we do that because then we can just spear it out of there faster.
Mhm.
So I say we hit the shoreline. And then
Okay, so you could hook the shoreline,
Mhm.
which could help kind of just mask your presence because you're not going to be out on the open ocean.
Mhm.
Okay, so next week we're going to pick up with attempts to maneuver the ship up the coastline, following the original drop-off point at the base of the river. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
Sounds good.
sounds good.
Yep, yep.
We survived.
Before now.
And no blood of the tide. See, cats are worried for nothing.
How much XP do we get? Because I'm in desperate need of all of that.
He's like, anything, please.
Well, you did technically survive the Kraken.
exactly.
5, 10, maybe 20?
5,000, 6,000? What?
Do I get more?
And you did sacrifice a bunch of XP. No, but you bring the average party level down.
Damn.
That doesn't bode well for us.
No.
There it is. There's the chart I'm looking for.
Alright, you guys can get 1,600.
Eventually, guys.
What's the cap for 6?
Said 1,000.
1,600.
23,000.
That's still quite a bit.
We'll get there.
How close are you guys to
How
level
much is
6?
I mean,
We're like 2,500 away.
1,000.
5, 10, 20 away.
5,
How
10,
far are you?
2,500 away.
I'm 2,000 away
you?
from 16,000. Now,
Did he drink those potions?
No, they're gifts from Mariclaron.
Well, she drank the potions.
Now, I'm assuming he closed the sack when he went underwater.
Yeah.
So then they would have spilled. Would they have mixed in with the troll's blood to mutate the troll?
I don't know, probably.
Because that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
It'd be
Actually,
an-
I think the salt water would have diluted the troll's blood to the point where it's dirt.
Fire embalmed, fire retardant trolls. That'd be awesome.
It would be awesome.
Otherwise, I think good session. Next week,
Alright,
then.
yeah. And I think it's I don't often do that, the obvious, you could fight it, but try diplomacy tactics, but you guys, I don't think you could have actually fought it. But
No. No way.
But anyway, we'll pick up next week.
Hmm.